Oh, hello there. I didn't see you walking my way. Welcome to the Friday live stream. I'm your host, 3C, Senior Love. And today, we're gonna be talking about so many great movie news because it's a wonderful time. It is St. Valentine's Day, and your boy got all dressed up for the occasion. Check out the fit. Check it out, yo. It is Valentine's. Come on down and watch 3C on Valentine. You chose to watch a 30-year-old man dance for you and talk movie news. What are you doing with your life? Oh, thank you for joining me on the Friday live stream, my beautiful movie peeps. You're right. It is the day of love. It is Valentine. And whether you have one or not, I will be your Valentine. Here, take this rose. I got it just for you. In fact, I took it away from my lady out of the bunch of roses I got her. One less rose for her, one more for you. Hold Oh, let me put this away before I get carried away. Isn't it beautiful? I'm going to be using that later, let me tell you. Oh, all right, guys. How are you doing? Thank you for coming here, and a happy Valentine's Day for you. Today, you shall address me as 3C Senior Love. It is just the appropriate time. I hope everybody had a good Valentine's Day. I saw these candies, little razzles. These are delicious. If you don't know razzles, you're missing out. These things are great. All right. Running through the list of topics we're going to talk about here today, and then we could just jump into it and have some fun together. Yes, thank you. Everybody already knows 3C Senior Love in the chat. Who dare call me Chris? It is Senior Love today. All right, some of the topics we're going to be discussing here today, guys. Got a lot of stuff to talk about, actually. So we got a brand new look at Mortal Kombat 2 with Johnny Cage, played by Carl Urban. We got our first trailer for Twisted Metal Season 2. I want to talk about that. Cobra Kai is over. The finale is here. Gonna be giving you my thoughts on that ending. Dude, welcome to Derry. Delayed again. Why? Zendaya in talks to be in Shrek 5. Oh, that's juicy. We're going to be talking about a lot of shooting dates. We got stuff like Spider-Man, Batman, Doomsday, Secret Wars, when all those projects are happening. Gonna look at that. A Friday 13th update. Gonna be talking some Jason. And then I thought, for fun, to celebrate the release of Captain America Brave New World, we will not get into spoilers here. I have a spoiler review up if you want to, but we will be looking at all the post-credit scenes that Marvel has set up and are loose ends, and they have decided not to tie up yet. We're going to look at that. I thought that'd be fun. So, we are here. We are having fun. Hey, looks like a lot of my people are out going about, because I only got 1,000 people watching in the chat right now, so you lucky punks, you 3C people are taken. If you're watching this on the playback, I hope you had a good Valentine's Day. For those of you that are here, even better, because you chose me. All right, you know what I wanted to do? Are you going to spoil Cobra Kai? No, I'm going to keep it pretty vague. If you've seen it, you'll know what I'll talk about when I get to that point. But no, I'm not going to spoil Cobra Kai. I am going to give you my review on it, though. Okay. I thought, to be fun, because it is Valentine's Day, I'd start off with a little Valentine story time. So buckle up, boys and girls, because this is gonna be an embarrassing one. Okay, I might be named Senior Love today, but Senior Love's magic was missing, baby. Oh my god. Okay, so let me see if I can pull this up, and I think I am gonna regret showing you guys this photo. But out of the spirit of love and making you happy and trying to put a smile on your face, I feel like I must show it to the people. So let me get this set up. Oh god, this is hopefully this goes the way I'm expecting. Okay, no. All right. So today on Valentine's, I did something I've never done before, but I was like, okay, this could be interesting. This is a new experience, could be fun. It was a very different thing. So here we go, Chris. Life will never be the same after this. You ready? Let's share it, boys. Your boy went and got his first ever massage. That's what you're looking at here, baby. Your boy 3C, not planking, not dead. That's me on a table getting ready to get a little rub down. Okay, that's what I did to start off my Valentine's Day. Now, couple of contexts before I get into this story, all right? So one, this was a present that I got on my birthday. If you've been following the channel, you know my birthday was last week. I got it as a gift for a family member, and I was like, you know what? Let me go try out this place, okay? I don't say that. You can't say that. Bro is caked. I regret this already. Okay. 2, it is also a couples massage. So I got it with Lady 3C. She is on the other bed. She is the one taking the photo. We got the massages at the same time in the same room. So don't be thinking this story's going in the wrong place, okay? I didn't walk in there and go, tuggy tuggy? Tuggy tuggy? $5 tuggy tuggy? Okay? What kind of man do you take me for? 3C? It's a man of love, okay? So I have no interest in ever getting a massage. If you ever gotten it or if you're into that, cool. But I am not very comfortable with my body. And I'm even less comfortable with some stranger rubbing me down. I felt a little better when I met the lady who would be giving me my massage. She's a little Asian woman. And I was like, okay, I'm sure she's got gentle hands. She's going to be sweet. Had a nice tone to her. And she was like, it's good to give you a massage. I got to do all this. Okay, Asian lady got hands. Asian lady got hands. She, for all I know, could have been the Red Hulk herself. I was in pain for about 70% of this massage. I kid you not. I don't know how this is pleasurable to some people. She was rubbing my back, my tendons in ways I could not imagine. I was like, less pressure? No, it's okay. I did not want to sound like a little girl, okay? I was like, I can take it. Go ahead. It was not great. But my fault. I should have said less pressure or whatever. Okay. That's not even the most embarrassing part of this massage. Your boy under this photo, is only wearing underwear. And I was like, okay, I get to keep my underwear on. That's fine. And I've seen other massage videos on the internet. I know it's not gonna go down that way. Yeah, I didn't like it. She was not afraid to touch my buttocks. Didn't like that. I don't even let Lady 3C touch my buttocks. And the most embarrassing part of this massage is when it came time to do my lower back, she grabs my underwear and takes it about halfway down my butt cheek. So now I have 50% of my crack exposed in this room. And she's just, yes, very nice massage. Yes, going good. Everything okay? Pressure fine? I did not know that was happening. It was all very professional, nothing weird, but it was like, I just wasn't used to it. I was like thinking to myself as this is all happening, going, I never get a massage again. I never let anybody touch me. This is so uncomfortable. I don't like this. Senior love, get me out of here. I was not for me, man. It was not good. This photo's been up for a while. It'd be a real shame if on the Reddit, people Photoshop who my massage artist was. Throw the Red Hulk in there. Throw in some obscure character. But yeah. So there was that part of, Valentine's Day. My lady had a great time with it. She enjoyed her massage. Her lady, I guess, was very gentle. Like I said, I was pretty much in pain. I'm sensitive in some areas, and it wasn't for me. But whatever, I experienced it. I got done with it, right? So that was part 1 of Valentine's Day for us. The next part, in where my mojo somehow disappeared. I was like, okay, that's fine, whatever. I hadn't eaten all day, and I had made dinner reservations at this really nice restaurant. Your boy, he thinks ahead. A month in advance, did research. All right, fancy restaurants in Dallas. And I looked through a list, I picked and choose pros and cons, and I found one that's a steakhouse, and it even had a Valentine package, right? And it's like, okay, I'm setting my reservation. I'm going to be an early bird. I'm not going to be worrying about it. I was looking forward to this restaurant all day, guys. I hadn't eaten. I was fasting because your boy's trying to watch his figure, okay? You saw what I looked like on that table. And we get to this restaurant, and it is packed, and there's people everywhere. But I'm not worried. I'm not afraid because I'm like, I made reservation. 3C Senior Love knows how to click a button on an app and make sure that his table is ready. I get to the restaurant. The power in the restaurant went out 10 minutes before we arrived. I was dreaming of this steak, of this salad, of this 3-course entree, and I knew at the end they were gonna also give us chocolate strawberries. I was gonna be the best little boyfriend on Valentine's Day. Only restaurant on the block where the power was out, man. What the heck? Oh, I was so disappointed. Luckily, Lady 3C understood and she didn't mind. But right away, yeah, it's Valentine's Day, about to be dinner time, and you're scrolling. All right, let's look for a restaurant. Let's find a place. Everything is booked. Everything is there. You try to book a restaurant, that app laughs at you. It goes, you're trying to book something on Valentine's? Oh! It was awful. It was awful. Luckily, there was a place down the street, a steakhouse. I don't know if it's as nice as what I was going with, but hey, they had a table open. We did have a nice meal. We laughed about it, but dude, I got beaten up by a little Asian lady. My restaurant I wanted to go to, power was out. And now I'm here streaming telling you about it. Happy Valentine's Day, guys. So, they can't all be winners. I just thought that'd be a nice story to let you know. Bro, yeah, I'm not there yet. But maybe one day. Maybe one day. I need to man up, you know? But one more time for giggles. Oh, it's gone. And it's back. I'm never doing that again. Look at me. Look at the way I looked, guys. Let's analyze 3C here. 3C's freaking dead. This photo cracks me up. It's so funny. All right. I'm sure that photo will never come back to haunt me, and all of you guys will forget it after today, and it won't be a recurring photo on the 3C Reddit for months and months and months. Okay. Valentine's story time out of the way. All of that was true. Let's get into the movie news and just try to enjoy the rest of the day. All right, so let's start off with the first thing that happened earlier this week. All right, we got ourselves our first look of Mortal Kombat. Combat. All right, there we go. We got ourselves the producers and people involved giving us our first look at Carl Urban as Johnny Cage. Now, it's a movie poster because, of course, Johnny Cage, one of my personal favorite Mortal Kombat characters, is an actor, and I thought it was a really weird choice. One, to cast Carl Urban as Johnny Cage, and two, introduce Johnny Cage already as an older man. That's kind of what's going to be going on here. So he's in this movie called Uncaged Fury, tagline saying, "Rebel without a cage." Honestly, a really great line for Johnny Cage. I think that's actually good. I still cannot wait to see this performance. I have the faith that Carl Urban can deliver something good and in line with Johnny and make us laugh. But dude, I'm still just wondering why this was the route they chose, you know, going with a Johnny Cage that's already, because it's said that he's already like losing his acting career, that he's already becoming irrelevant, that he had a good career in the past and now he's just kind of old and washed out. And hey, he decides to join the tournament. All right, we'll see how that goes. All the other rumors involved, someone just said Carl Urban is hot. I mean, I'm not denying that. Yeah, Carl Urban is a nice looking man, but Johnny Cage, I think he has this sort of aura and essence to him, and I need to see if Carl Urban can pull that off. If he does it, I'm going to be the first to admit, yo, that is definitely Johnny Cage. When he does the splits in this movie, will it be CGI, or has Carl Urban figured out how to split? Because that's a big thing. Your boy can't split. Other than that, I'm still wondering. about when we'll get our first look, because the movie doesn't come out till October, I believe. And they just decided to pop out this poster and the first look at the logo, which I love the logo. Another good thing that this movie has going for it is we're finally going to be seeing the tournament go down. We only got like kind of bits of that in the last movie. It was more setting up the world. Still didn't hate that movie, but wasn't all that great. There's rumors that they're going to be offing Cole Young early in the movie, and I kind of don't want that. I liked Cole Young. I thought Cole Young was kind of cool, but I think there's going to be a large chunk of Mortal Kombat fans who hated the Cole Young character that are going to clap and go, good, get rid of him. And again, with that rumor, it's saying that focus is then going to shift to Sonya Blade and Johnny Cage. Okay, I guess that's not a bad trade-off, but I still would like Cole Young to be part of this somehow, So, all in all, I think it's a cool first look. I'm still open-minded. I want to see that footage of Carl Urban acting as Johnny Cage, what they plan to do with him, his fight style in the film, overall, the other things going on, the other players. I need to see it. I hope it's good. Let me see if there's anything. Don't forget Jax. Oh, yep. Him too. Yeah, I would not want him to be sidelined or killed off. Bro finally got the metal arms. Someone said, I don't hate Cole, but it should have just been I agree. It should have. Sub-Zero is coming to Fortnite. And that's how we're ending this topic right there. Okay. Moving on now. We got ourselves our first trailer of something I did not think I was ever going to be a fan of. Oh, let me just switch to the clips channel. That way we don't have to deal with no ads and things like that. Because your boy pays for that YouTube premium. Hey, it's worth it. Give it a try, man. I'm just saying. Okay. What was it? Twisted Metal. Twisted Metal. So if you guys have not seen the first season of Twisted Metal on Peacock, I'm not lying. Give it a chance. It will be a little cringy, the first 2 episodes, but once the story kicks in and you get the humor and vibe of the world, the show is actually pretty fun and enjoyable. And now season 2 is on the horizon. We got our first little trailer, and this, just like we were talking about with the Mortal Kombat situation, the one thing that was lacking in the Twisted Metal show was a tournament or this battle arena, because that's the whole point of Twisted Metal, the game, right? Is you're put in this place, you got cars with weapons and all these different kinds of characters. That's finally going to be happening in this season. Here we're meeting along some of the new characters. I'm skipping around so the video doesn't get copyrighted because Peacock, unfortunately, is one of those. And I don't know. I'm excited. They're teasing a lot of fun stuff. The show is bloody at times. I wouldn't say it's dark. It has more of like a silly humor to it, but it does get bloody. Characters die, and the action scenes are actually pretty fun. That surprised me. Looks like we're actually going to be seeing some semi-supernatural elements this time around. That could be fun. The thing I'm kind of most excited about is the character that they're teasing at the end of this trailer. Let me show you. We have here. Okay. If you've played Twisted Metal, you've seen what's happening here. I don't even know the dude's name, but Twisted Metal Wheels guy. There's a character that always made me laugh, where his entire vehicle was just 2 wheels and him hanging, doing a T-pose, going, I'm gonna shoot you, I'm gonna get you down, I'm gonna win. And they're bringing him in this season. Okay, that is actually pretty fun. He's even got like the gauntlets on his arm and whatnot, because again, if we go back to it, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Twisted Metal show, cool. Oh, it was okay. I liked it more than I thought. I was ready to hate this show because the trailers I thought sucked. You guys remember that first clip of like, what was it? Sweet Tooth, I believe is his name. The clown, and he's just pushing Anthony Mackie's face up against the casino, a slot machine, and it looks like he's just pounding him. I'm like, what did you do? That's my Captain America you're doing that to. But here, hey, I'm gonna see it. I think it's fun. I think it's exciting. So just wanted to bring that up for my other Twisted Metal fans. If you're excited, looking forward to it. So I guess I was the only one. I'm not saying it was an amazing show, but it was a lot more fun than I thought. It was all right. I guess it was just me. Fast and Curious. Hmm. That is a way to put it. That is a way to put it. So, Twisted Metal season 2 trailer. We got the tournament happening and we got new characters from the game. You excited? I'm excited, man. Okay, let's get on now talking about something that has finally ended after many, many years. Cobra Kai just had its series finale premiere just a few days ago, actually yesterday on Netflix. I got to see the episodes in advance. I waited to now to just kind of talk about it and let you guys know. I'm not gonna do any spoilers right now. I'm gonna keep it relatively spoiler free. Okay, so let's get into this. I'm trying to find a good photo to kind of. Okay, this is perfect. All right. I have loved Cobra Kai since I first watched it. I was late on the train. I was not some of them that watched it whenever it was on YouTube. YouTube Red, I believe is what it was called back when YouTube had a streaming service. I started watching it when it finally got moved to Netflix. And dude, that first season I think is a perfect like reboot legacy continuation of the original Karate Kid story, and I thought so well done. And the first 3 seasons, awesome, amazing, good storytelling, fun characters, interesting situations, kept the formula of Karate Kid alive but threw in new and different things. Then I've said it before, once you get to 4, 5, and now 6, you see the dip in quality. It's over bloated, so many characters, a lot of convoluted situations. They're trying to do now the most random Easter eggs from the Karate Kid movies, like characters that had 5 seconds of screen time will come back for a cameo in the show. And yeah, I know people hate when you say it, but it was giving Disney Channel vibes at times. It really was giving Disney Channel vibes at times. So it was definitely time to end it, and I was just hoping that they would nail the landing. The way they cut up the show this time around with the 3 parts, I could give you the same review for those 3 parts. First 2 episodes of every part, whether part 1, part 2, or part 3 of season 6, really bad episodes. Like those are the episodes where I'm like, this is exactly why Cobra Kai needs to end. Like this is just not good, real cringy. It's not feeling right, convoluted. Like we got full on characters that look like they belong in Mortal Kombat. That like old man, the older Asian man who's like training people in the forest, and I'm like, what are we doing? Like this guy belongs in a Mortal Kombat movie, not a grounded Karate Kid show. But they always manage to bring it home. Once you get to that 3rd episode, the storyline kicks in, the situations come into play. They put their dominoes in place where you're locked in and you're like, okay, who's going to win? Who should win? What's going to be the outcome? And same can be said for part 3. First 2 episodes were rocky, but once we got to episode 3, 4, and 5, it was just satisfying moment after satisfying moment, and that's the best way I could describe it. They ended Cobra Kai on a very satisfying note. Just everything that they tie in, all the loose ends revolving with Miguel, with Johnny, with even Daniel, uh, all of that was so great, and it put on things I never thought I'd see. There's people who root for Cobra Kai I never in a million years thought would be rooting for Cobra Kai or would be wearing Cobra Kai gis, and it works so well and satisfying in this show. There was a great moment between Johnny and Carisi in the finale. I'm trying to find like a photo between them, but I can't really see. And it just again it tied back perfectly to the first Karate Kid movie, because yeah, this is where it all that's where it all began, but the show began with Miguel and Johnny, and those are the characters that get the most love at the end. And while I like the way they ended and wrapped up Miguel's story, I was most happy with the way they ended Johnny's story and what they do for him by the end, and how that just so perfectly closes the circle to the original Karate Kid movie. It was just such a happy moment. As someone who loves that first Karate Kid movie, seeing the way they ended Johnny's story and what they did for him, I was like, dude, I love this. Who cares about the Disney Channel, the cringy stuff, or even the way they end Carisi and Silver's story? That was definitely so dumb. Okay, I won't go too much into it, but what happens on that yacht? Stupid. We don't even get the time to deal with the aftermath of that situation. Dumb. but whatever, because there was moments before that, like I said, with Johnny and Carisi, where that worked, and stuff with Silver was working. Every other character too, whether it's Robbie or Sam, they get their versions of a happy ending. Characters who go off to college, characters who get really nice opportunities that wouldn't have happened. Just, I thought everything wrapped up in a nice way. I left away pretty happy. Um, am I saying Carisi wrong? Sorry, Carisi. Sorry, I am just foaming from excitement. Okay, that's how done I am with it. But no, I was very happy with it. I enjoyed it a lot. I'm just glad it ended on a high note, because I think one more season would have just really have pushed it. Now, the other big negative I do want to mention, there is a character that is pretty sacred to the entire Karate Kid lore and world. You know who I'm talking about. And throughout the last season, they bring this character back using deep fake technology. AI, actually, it was revealed through articles that they used AI and voice modulations. I don't feel like that was needed. I love that character, and I'm glad you want to try and pay tribute to that character, but the AI, the effects, and the way it was used, I felt like there was other ways you could have gone about having that character be part of the ending without doing what you did. I'm not gonna say that ruins the whole show or like, that's stupid. I know some people take it to the extreme whenever AI or things like that or characters are brought back. But to me, I was just kind of like, this didn't work for me, but I appreciate the attempt, I guess, you know? So yeah, that was my thoughts on Cobra Kai, the finale. Just really great. This photo right here, again, perfectly captures it with the way it started, because I love that first season. I love Johnny. I love Miguel's character. All wrapped up nicely. Good job. Now, Karate Kid Legends, please continue on making this awesome and don't ruin what was set up. All right. Very happy though. Very happy. All right. That was my thoughts on the finale of Cobra Kai. Let's move on now to talk about some other things. Um, we got last night. I found out something that kind of pissed me off, man. So I was just scrolling the interwebs like I do, and I stumbled across this account who I think this person does a very good job. I would say he's more of a movie journalist. He always is like kind of summarizing box office, filling you in on some news. Very good sources. It's not this person isn't a scooper or a person who like discovers news. You know, this person reports on things already out there, but the only reason I'm bringing this up and wanting to establish credibility with this account is because this is the only place I'm seeing this, and I can't seem to find other articles or official sources. But this person does state, in another not so good news, the anticipated It prequel series, Welcome to Derry, has been delayed for another year. Originally expected to come out in 2024, then delayed to 2025. Excuse me. Now HBO announced that the 9-part horror series won't hit our screens until 2026. Release date is still to be, I guess, dated. But the series has also been promoted as an HBO series and will will air on both linear HBO. It will air on both HBO and Max series. Okay, what is going on with Welcome to Derry? We have been anticipating this show for what feels like forever, man. We have talked about this thing. We have looked at set photos. We've only gotten like a total of 6 seconds of footage because they only teased this show with those little promos for Max where it's like coming this year and they show you 5 seconds of like every little show that's coming out. That's the only time we ever got footage of this thing. And now we finally were like, yes, we're in the year. We're going to get this series. And Bill Skarsgård is confirmed to come back as Pennywise. We're like, dude, this is going to be fun. 9 episodes of Welcome to Derry. Let's go. Something didn't go right because now it's delayed an entire year. Bro, what is going? Are we ever going to see this thing? There's so many possibilities and angles we could look at this. Okay, for one, this is Warner Brothers. And this is the only studio that continuously does away with movies or shows for tax purposes. I do not want to start those rumors because I obviously have no information myself, but I'm sure this show wasn't cheap. I'm sure there's some CGI. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that went into it. If Warner Brothers right now, like they are still hurting for money, who's to say they don't hit the tax button? Who's to say they don't do that on this show? That would be a real shame. Two, maybe Warner Brothers wants to sell this to somebody else. Maybe they like it, they think it's good, but because, like I said, they're currently hurting for money and they need to get it anywhere they can, maybe they're trying to work out a deal to have this completed as a package and be like, oh, Netflix, we got this Pennywise show. You interested? $100 million, buddy. Nope. Hulu, Disney Plus, Amazon, something like that could be going down. Two, and this is my three. This is probably my biggest fear. The show sucks. The show is booty. All right. And while we enjoy booty from time to time, in this form of booty, it is not accepted. Could they be working on trying to fix some of the show or get it down or get it more, I guess, exciting, watchable? I'm not sure if that'd be the case. They did announce like Bill Skarsgård so late into the production of the show. Is he not in it as much? And maybe they're just going to go back and add more Pennywise to the show. Who knows? But dude, what is going on? Why delay this? This was originally going to come out in 2024. Didn't happen. We thought coming out this year. Looks like that's not going to happen. Now it's releasing in 2026. Bruh. Pennywise. We get it, man. You're the dancing clown, but stop dancing on our hopes and dreams and let us see your show, buddy. So that's what's going on right now with Welcome to Derry. I don't get the hold up. If I see anything else, I'll update you guys. And like I said, this person is saying that Warner Brothers announced it, but I can't seem to find an email or even a real article. But like I said, this person isn't one to lie or make up stuff. They're very credible. So we'll keep an eye on it. But dude, what the heck? What the heck? All right. Let's move on now, talking about some Shreky 5. So this is a story where you do want to take it with a grain of salt because this does come from a scooper, but hey, I think it leaves the door open for some interesting things. So there was some reports going around, which look at here, they are not done. Okay, so we got two things to talk about. My Time to Shine Hello, who used to be an extremely reliable source, in my opinion. They used to actually give scoops that would come true. And then whenever they started paying for Twitter Blue and you could earn money from tweeting things, down the drain. They just started throwing stuff at the wall and hoping some stuff stick. But every now and then they still report on stuff that ends up becoming true. So that's why I wanted to talk about it here. One of the first thing that they discuss, which let me see, look how much they tweet. And I just saw this thing not even that long ago. But they were talking about, let me get to it. Sorry, guys. Sorry. All right, here we go. Here's the first one. That Zendaya is looking to be in talks for a major role in Shrek 5 as Shrek's daughter. All right. This is possibly pretty huge because if we want to believe this and roll with it, even if Zendaya doesn't end up getting the role, it does gives us some insight to what's happening in Shrek 5. So for one, we remember Shrek and Fiona did it. Okay, dirty style, which is crazy that they do that, man. I'm just like, this is a kids movie, but they have kids. And he has, I think, a total of three kids. Looks like a girl and two boys. So Zendaya would be voicing this one. And with Zendaya's voice, I don't know. She's got a nice voice, but it's like, could she have the voice of a 10-year-old? Or are we aging them so much in Shrek 5 that we are going to be seeing Shrek and Fiona like 10 years later to where these kids are like 13, 14? I could buy Zendaya having the voice of like a 12, 13-year-old. I feel like that could happen. Well, but then again, maybe she's got some magical stuff and then she can, talk like a 7-year-old. But I'm like, okay, that's interesting. So if we're believing this, then that means these kids aren't just going to be goo goo gaga, do the roar, doing little things like that. They're going to have speaking roles, and it looks like they'll play a major part into Shrek 5. I think that's interesting. That's kind of what I wanted to see whenever Shrek 4 was coming out. I know there's a lot of fans of Shrek Forever After. It's to me better than Shrek 3, but nowhere near Shrek 1 or 2 in my opinion. I was really hoping whenever Shrek 4 came out that we'd age up the kids and that we'd see them part of an adventure, something going down. But no, it looks like maybe we'll get that in Shrek 5, and Zendaya as an option it would be great, because I think she's even talked about in the past that she's a big fan of Shrek. Let me see here. Let's see. She's talked about it before. I was trying to find the interview, but she said it. She's like a huge fan of Shrek. She loves it, like all of us do, and that she would love to be part of the movie someday. And that interview was from like a year or two ago. And Zendaya's power in Hollywood is strong. If she wants to, she can nab that role, and she would probably make that movie bigger. But okay, as we were looking into this, it looks like they reported on something else, which don't play with me. Don't lie to me here. The Zendaya and Shrek kids talking is one thing, but telling me Lord Farquaad might be making his return in Shrek 5? All right. If you lie to me, my time to shine, hello, we're done. We're over. Because this would be the greatest piece of news in cinematic history. Lord Farquaad is one of the coolest villains ever made. I love that Universal ride where I think they've taken it down by now, which is pretty sad. But there was this Universal ride with Lord Farquaad. Lord Farquaad. Where he ends up becoming a ghost, because I know he dies at the end of the first Shrek movie. But that ride, he's like a ghost and he haunts them and whatnot. And remember, this is also a fairy tale universe. So if you're bringing out things like, but how he died, he got swallowed by a dragon, or he's a ghost. Dude, we got fairy tales, we got potions, we got magic. Somebody can resurrect Lord Farquaad and have him cause some evil. I'm willing to buy it. And yeah, this is also the era in Hollywood where it's nostalgia, where it is going back to the things that people remember and using that to bait them to get tickets. Look at what happened to the latest Kung Fu Panda movie. That movie was baiting on nostalgia with having a villain, a chameleon, that transformed into all the previous villains Poe had. And hey, a lot of people showed up for that movie. A lot of people went crazy. Some were disappointed when other characters didn't have as much screen time as others, but hey, this is Shrek 5's version of it. I would be happy to see Lord Farquaad, but also if they decide to do a brand new character or do a different kind of thing, I'd be down. I mean, we joked around how Steamboat Willie, a version of Mickey Mouse, is now a public domain. And the Shrek universe is all about making fun of these fairy tale creatures, sometimes poking fun at Disney. How great would it be if they use Steamboat Willie and try to figure out how to make him a villain or do something like that? That would be cool. But hey, Lord Farquaad, that would be something I'd be down for. So you guys let me know. Again, we have to take it with a grain of salt because of the source. But hey, anytime we can talk about Shrek 5 and get a peek at what's going on in this movie, excitement. Excitement is a brewing. Who's going to be the voices for Shrek's son? Well, if Zendaya's one, then I hope Tom Holland is the other. I'm Tom Holland. I'm the son of Shrek. I'm going to save my parents from the tree. Cheerio. Perfect Tom Holland impression, guys. Someone just said Farquaad. What the heck? Why? We already got to go to the popcorn buckets, guys? Farquaad? Do you know the Farquaad? The Farquaad? Okay, so not it's Tom Holland, not Tim Holland. Who the heck is Tim Holland? I don't know. Honestly, anybody would be better, but knowing that it's Shrek Kids, they're gonna cast celebrities. So I mean, if Zendaya is already the start with the girl voice, the two boy voices, I don't know, Timothy Chalamet, who else? Glenn Powell as one of Shrek's kids. I have no idea, but I'd be fine with whoever they end up getting. So we'll see though. We'll see. Take it with a grain of salt. But hey, I love talking Shrek 5 with you guys. Okay. Let's talk about some shooting dates. So there's a lot of movies up and coming in the near future. So let's get into some of the things that we were hearing about. They recently had screenings for Mickey 17, the Robert Pattinson movie. I'm pretty excited to watch that. And during the red carpet and whatnot, he was asked about the Batman Part 2. And Robert Pattinson confirmed, hey, at the end of this year, I'm filming that movie. Good. I need the Batman, and I'm still pissed this movie was moved to the year 2000. Is it 27? It is 27, right? Because, hang on. The Batman Part 2 release date. Oh, dude, why? That's insane. Oh, it pisses me off. But okay, they're going to start filming at the end of the year. So that means filming will also go in well into 2026, which also explains why the release date has to be in 2027. That way you have a good window of time to do the VFX, the post-production work, the marketing, get another Little Caesars pizza out there so I can go and buy it, baby. All right, fine. So at least we have an idea of when that's happening and people are actually talking about it, because every day the rumors that this movie's canceled still come up, and or the ones that, you know, you guys are annoyed with, he's joining the DCU. Well, I guess we'll find out come at the end of this year, right? That's going to be an exciting time. Set photos, details, cast members. That Batman era comes back. I'm going to be so excited. Something in the way. Okay, next movie that we got an update on, Spider-Man. Spider-Man is getting talked about. I think we had some members of whatchamacallit, of Sony, who were talking about when the movie will start filming. Let me see if I get filming, Spider-Man filming. And so it says, oh yeah, this is the reason we found out. So Tom Holland has this charity called the Brothers Trust, and he's currently, I think it's already set up, where if you donate money, you are then put into a raffle that if you are chosen, you then get to visit the set of Spider-Man 4 in London, hang out with Tom Holland. You know, I'm going to put out as much money as I can. Tom, please, Tom, I want to hang out with you. Let me be your friend. That would be so awesome if I was able to win that. But with that, it also kind of let it slip when Spider-Man 4 then is shooting. So it has it here. All expenses paid trip for 2. So, hey, it could be me and one of you meeting Tom Holland. I'm taking my lady. Or I could take my dog. You don't know. But to London, and it'll be filming during summer/autumn of 2025. So close to the end of summer, beginning of fall, that's when we're starting. That's when we'll start getting little tidbits of Spider-Man 4 and again, casting information, set photos, plot leaks, all that good stuff. The Spider-Man cringe shows will be back. That'll be exciting time. Pizza time. What's another Toby phrase I'm forgetting about? I missed the part where that's my problem. Oh, good times. I can't wait to dust off those memes and make update videos for you guys. So, okay, we got an idea. Someone is still saying Tim Holland. Jeez Louise. But, but okay, so that was that for Spider-Man 4. Hopefully it goes good. And we'll finally also get an idea of the plot of this freaking movie, man, because we have no idea what's happening in this film. Is it multiverse? Is it grounded? Who's the villain? Who's the female lead? Is Spider-Man still gonna have that suit from the end of No Way Home? He better. From there, then we also got updates on Doomsday and Secret Wars when they will begin filming. This is mainly because Anthony Mackie and a lot of the stars of Brave New World are currently, you know, doing red carpet interviews and whatnot. And so Anthony Mackie kind of let it slip, saying that Avengers Doomsday will begin filming in March, it sounds like, which that's next month. Yo, that's next month. They're starring Doomsday next month. But they'll be filming Doomsday all throughout the summer, right? And so within the next couple of weeks, we are going to be getting so much more information about Avengers Doomsday. And look, Brave New World, after seeing it, didn't give me the highest of like, oh, Marvel is back, it's gonna rule. But I'm still wanting to see how they wrap this up, what happens. And I think Sam Wilson is going to be a cool person to lead the Avengers, seeing on what he did there. So I want the details and whatever comes out about this movie in the next couple of weeks when we get new casting updates, start seeing set photos, see how secretive they are, and things like that, to get an idea of where they're headed in this movie. Because also, this will also be the next time we see Spider-Man as well. He's said to be part of this movie, along with Doctor Strange, Sam Wilson, Bucky, Sebastian Stan, all these other great people. So, okay, that'll be filming through the summer, doing all that. And then we also found out that Secret Wars will not be filming back-to-back like they did for Endgame and Infinity War. But instead, Secret Wars will actually be filming the following summer. So while this summer we have Doomsday and they'll be doing all that, they'll spend, I guess, the year doing the post-production, all that marketing, whatnot, releasing it, which is honestly a very tight window. I wouldn't be surprised if these release dates for these Avenger movies get delayed again, because tight window, man. And those films are VFX heavy, and I'm tired of Marvel films looking bad. Then that summer, Secret Wars is filming in 2026, and then will be released the next following year. I guess that's kind of good that they don't do it back to back, so that maybe they can hear a little bit of feedback into the audience. But I don't know how much feedback they can implement to a movie that'll already be in production once the last movie is being released. So not much of a leeway, but something they could do there. I am worried a little bit about these movies. One, for the VFX. Because look at the Batman. Look at that huge cushion of window the Batman is getting to film its movie, then have a year and a half of pre-production work for the VFX, marketing, all that kind of stuff. That's why DC movies end up looking so good lately. If you look at Black Adam, The Flash, I get it. There's a couple of scenes in The Flash that don't look great. But there are a lot of moments in DC movies that sometimes are looking way better than what Marvel's putting out, because the rush time Marvel puts out these movies and their constant reshoots and changing things, adding things, removing things, it makes the movies feel cheap sometimes. And I'm just really hoping that doesn't happen for these Avenger movies, because I need them to look cinematic and beautiful, man. And these are also, I think, kind of the final straws for a lot of people who are on Marvel, right? There's people walking out of Brave New World happy with it. I'm seeing a lot of people going, the hate's over exaggerated, this and that. But I think Secret Wars and Doomsday, this is going to be the straw that broke the camel's back on whether I'm done. I'll check out every MCU movie when it hits streaming now. Or, hey, I'm still in it. I'm going to the theater and I'm going crazy every time for these movies come out. And I can't, someone's saying, L opinion, Chris. I'm just trying to be honest here, man. I want these movies to be good. You know me. I'm the classic Marvel shield boy. I like these films. But I'm just being honest, man. The Flash sucks. You know what? I saw Soups getting hate for this. And you know what? I'll be there with Soups as well. I don't think The Flash is amazing or a perfect movie, but I still think The Flash was a good movie. I liked The Flash and I enjoyed it, okay? Do I like Ezra Miller? No, but I liked that Flash movie. I thought it was fun. Why do we gotta hate that movie now, man? Now we all gotta. Someone said L take. Man, the downfall of 3C is real during this stream. So people saying it was okay. The Flash was mid. You know what? It's probably because I really like the era of early 2000s comic book movies, whether it's like the Fantastic Four, the ones with Jessica Alba, the Daredevil movie with Ben Affleck, the Punisher with Thomas Jane. I love that era of Marvel, and I like that feel, and that's exactly what The Flash is. It's kind of like those early 2000s comic book movies that were cheesy, not all the way perfect, but they had that like fun flavor to them. So I don't know. That's my excuse for liking it. James Gunn, you know what? Yeah, James Gunn liked it, and he is running DC. So I am smart enough to run DC. That's the way it works. That's the way it works. All right, no, everybody's entitled to their opinion. So yeah, these are the filming dates for a lot of upcoming projects. Which are you most excited for? Are you worried with how quickly some of these things go in production? What news do you most want to see? What set photos would you most click on? The Batman, Spider-Man, or Secret Wars of Doomsday? Love to know your thoughts on that, guys. Okay. Friday the 13th? Oh, Friday the 13th. So we got ourselves a nice little update with this, because we still have this reboot that's coming in the form of a television series. Still no idea when the movie will be happening, but the TV show will be happening. And, well, we got an update. So we have here Linda Cardellini, who is also known as Velma in the live-action Scooby-Doo movies. Fell in love with Velma that day. I then understood what Fred was missing in his life, and it was some sweet orange lady. Oh, love you, Velma. She's in talks to star in the Friday the 13th prequel series, and the character she'll be playing is Mama Voorhees, Pamela Voorhees. Dun, dun, dun. Velma raised Jason, guys. Okay, couple of things on this. So, if you guys haven't been following the news with the Friday 13th series, and I understand there's people that's like, oh, I don't care about a TV show. When are you going to give me a movie? Dude, movie, it looks like it's years away. This is the closest thing we're going to get to some Jason Love, so we might as well take that Jason Love. I'm going to take it. So, what we had heard, because the show went through a couple of changes. It was, I believe, a man named Brad Fuller who was originally working on the show and making it what it was. And once he got fired and let go, it was revealed kind of what the plan was, where it seemed like every season of this Crystal Lake show was almost going to reinterpret what's happened in the movies. So the first season of Crystal Lake was going to be about the first movie in Friday the 13th with Pamela Voorhees and us thinking Jason's out there. But, you know, Jason's mom is revealed to be the killer at the end of that movie. She's set up, all that's done. And at the end of that first season, it would have set up Jason. And then we move on to season 2, where just like in the movies, Friday the 13th Part 2, Jason is now in like the sack mask and he's going around. So basically every season was kind of going to do its own version of what the movies did, to where if we got to season 10, we would then be doing Jason in space in television form, which, yo, I would happily have seen that. But then again, like I said, they went through a kind of recreative revision. We don't know what they changed and what they kept from the TV show they were going to make. But looking at this, it looks like it's still possible. Looks like that is still the route they could be going with. And Linda Cardellini as, Pamela Voorhees, I'm down. I think she's a great actress. She's also Hawkeye's wife. I'd like to see, what she kind of brings as sort of like a dark presence and whatnot, because the original Pamela Voorhees, she was pretty creepy when she was, kill him for mommy, Jason. Kill him for mommy, Jason. Good stuff. So I'm excited for this. I hope it's good. I'm glad it's still going through and it didn't disappear, because there was real talks that maybe this just wasn't going to end up happening because of the creative revision. But this is the easiest thing they can make right now, because there's no legal loopholes for a TV show, and they can use everything from the past movies, the hockey mask, characters, the Jason X stuff and all that. So that's why it's exciting. As far as the movie goes, we're going to have to wait and see. But yo, this is what happens. We got a Michael Myers TV series in the works. We still don't know what's happening there or when that's going to be coming, but we know the Michael Myers TV series will be part of a cinematic universe where that TV show will connect to also the new Reboot movie. Friday the 13th isn't doing that as far as we know right now, but I think the idea of having the movies in TV show and then every season kind of doing its own version updated would be pretty dope. Just my thoughts. So that was the update with Friday the 13th. Okay. Next up, I wanted to go into, there was this article that released talking about post-credit scenes in the MCU that went nowhere. And I want to go through that. But right now, people are hitting me with the Reddit is wild. So we're going to take a little Reddit break and see what's happening on the 3C Reddit. And hopefully we can have ourselves a nice little laugh. Okay, let's get this going. I'm getting banned. I don't know what to put here. Okay, so looks like I went to 5 nights of massage. Not bad. Oh, that's a nice PlayStation. I actually have that one. Ah! Not in my room, diddler. And someone photoshopped my butt. I am not caked up that way. I am not. That's regular 3C. Enhanced 3C. What the heck? I knew someone was going to Photoshop that, man. Why would that? All right. Would you want to be 6 inches in 3C or let 3C? Hey, a super massage from a man like that. Very happy. Jesus, man. I was hoping somebody would like Photoshop the Red Hulk or I don't know, Popeye with big arms. And this is what you give me? Oh, SpongeBob, no. What the heck? Oh my God. Volume on. Please no. This is not going to go well. But for just trying to be in the spirit of Valentine's Day, let's see what happens. Let me hit it from the back, Kendrick. All right. 3 seconds. 3 seconds of that audio was all I needed to hear. We're moving on from there. Oh, this is the day I got my citizenship. That is a real thing. This isn't Photoshop or AI. That's the day. What? Hey, man. I look pretty good. Look up in the sky. Super 3C or Fantastic 4C? Hey, yo, those edits are good. Those are some good edits right there. Look at that. Look up in the sky. I like my cape. How did you do that flame effect on me? That's actually pretty cool. I like that. Good stuff. Good stuff. We got a cat who's with Shadow. That's nice. Okay, hear me out. I don't even know what you're trying to insinuate there, buddy. That's American. I like how it looks like Cat America just beat me and I just died. What the heck? Okay. My theater showed the wrong poster for Brave New World. That's a fine looking Red Hulk. That's a fine looking Red Hulk. Oh, that's pretty. Why did John Flickinger airdrop this to me? I like that scene from The Karate Kid. Dayo-san, I give massage now. Actually happens in the first Karate Kid. If you know, you know. Influencer Smurf, no! You were supposed to be canceled, Influencer Smurf. He's dancing on my buttocks. There actually was an option when I was signing for the massage where I could have someone walk on my back. And I was like, why would I want that? Who actually wants that? Someone walking on my back? Is that even a thing anymore? I remember I used to do that for my dad when I was a kid. Randomly, he'd be like, son, like, yeah, dad, walk on my back. And I'd just be, okay. Okay. And now Influencer Smurf gets to do that to me. Smurfing good time. Hey, Chris, remember this? The Fergalicious 5. Oh, man. How could I forget the Fergalicious 5? So close to the Sinister 6 in No Way Home. Oh, She-Hulk couldn't get her hands on. She-Hulk, no. Whoa. Dame un beso. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to you, my friends. Jesus, these are just getting more and more wild. Playing on the street, I gotta be like, ooh, here's your candy. I got like 10 kids. This is also the real question we are gonna have to figure out. Will it fit though? I am notorious for having a big.
Please, please don't say that.
Wait, I did it. It fits. If you want to watch the rest of that, you can go on the Reddit. Oh, Sheldon 3C, what are you doing, Sheldon? Bazinga. Why is young Sheldon doing my massage? I can't even imagine what he'll say. Massagers have proven to not scientifically do any benefit to the human body, but since I bazinga, I will do the massage. What the? Okay, what is this? Made a perfect album for Yeet fans. What? And I am ready to go. Oh. Oh! And I am ready to go. Oh! Someone broke my. Dude, you guys are so creative. It's clobbering time. Oh no, why is the thing licking his fingers though? What is he about to do? Get out of there, 3C! Jeez, I knew that one was coming. I knew that. That was just standard. Obvious. Not even creative. Happy Valentine's Day trip from Senior Love. Senior Love says, forget 3 C's. Today she's got 4 C's. What? Oh!
Oh, Jimmy's mom. It's time to give you a massage, 3C.
Was that a good well, I don't even remember. Carl Weasley. That was pretty good.
Oh, Jimmy's mom.
What the heck is happening, Chris? Oh, I don't even know what to make of this. Why am I dead on my back? These are the same. Oh, the Rizzler. My long lost son. Oh, Dexter Morgan, no! Tonight's the night. What? You should have put pictures of my crimes, just like Dexter does in the show. What the heck? That's so crazy. Always him. Red Hulk massage. Shrek. Papa Smurf. Oh my God. Bring back Influencer Smurf. Freddy Fazbear giving me a massage. The rub down of 87. Oh, no, please bring back Chica. Oh, that's actually a really good Photoshop. That would actually probably feel nice. Shrek, I think, has those tender hands, and Donkey's just, yeah, I can't even do a donkey impression. The death of 3C. Okay, why are you photoshopping my butt? Not that perky. 3C Valentine outfit. Hey, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Oh my god. Okay. We're ending here. That was a lot. Home. Take me home. I'm sorry. These are hilarious to me. This is so funny. Okay. We're done. This was all great. This was all wonderful. I love you guys. Thank you if you made one. That was just wonderful. That was just wonderful, guys. Okay. Back to what we were doing. We just had to take a little break there. Home. Take me home. All right. Let me share screen again, and then we'll get into this. Oh, dude, I did the wrong one. Sorry, guys. Let's do this. All right, we're gonna get into those post-credit scenes that went nowhere. Okay, so there was an article. Let me actually start this up, because if not, that's how the clip will have to go, and that's not good. That's not good. Let me pull it up from here. I have it right here. All right, perfect. Okay, so with Captain America: Brave New World that just got released, there was a post-credit scene in that movie, which I'm not really going to talk about. I'll have it in my spoiler review video. I will just say, one of the worst post-credit scenes of the MCU. It is Sony level bad, in my opinion. Some people think it works just because it teases something, when I'm like, the post-credit scene doesn't actually make sense. But with that said, Brave New World was also a movie that decided to tie up loose ends all the way back from 2008's The Incredible Hulk. And so that got me thinking, well, if Feige's going all the way back to the second MCU movie, now in the 35th MCU movie, that's right, 35 MCU movies, which is crazy to think about, and he's barely wrapping up a storyline there, well, in between, we must have a lot of other storylines and post-credit scenes that ended up going nowhere. Let's take a look at some of these and just see if we want them to be answered, or if we're just never going to get the answers. All right, so there's 14 here, variety put together. All right, perfect way to start off. The mid-credit scene for Falcon and Winter Soldier, we found out Sharon Carter was the broker, not your friend, the broker, and that she is now evil. And it's kind of crazy what they did with her character. She went from kissing Captain America to now just wanting to be evil. But it was an interesting turn, because it's like everybody forgot about her, left her behind, and so she's evil. She could have had the perfect role in Captain America: Brave New World, actually have done something to progress the plot and connect some of these loose threads, but for some reason they didn't bring her in. They had all these other unnecessary characters that went nowhere. So honestly, Brave New World was their perfect chance to address this post-credit scene and tie up that loose end. Is this something you want tied up in Doomsday and Secret Wars? No. So I honestly don't think this will ever be addressed. That's just not happening. All right. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings post-credit scene. Another interesting one. Okay. This was at a time where Kevin Feige still believed Kang is our big bad, and everything we're teasing leads into Kang Dynasty. What we had set up here was the 10 rings that Shang-Chi had throughout the movie. They found out that there's a signal, kind of this beacon being sent out and connecting to another part of the world. They got Bruce Banner, they got Captain Marvel. They're trying to figure it out, and it was eventually all supposed to connect together with like Kang's time chair, Miss Marvel's a band that she has on her arm, Shang-Chi. We even remember there was leaks that came out that the second Shang-Chi movie would be called Shang-Chi and the Wreckage of Time. I'm not lying. There was Marvel had trademarked that name and it got like leaked out. Who knows if it'll happen, because they even changed things like Kang Dynasty. But the second Shang-Chi movie was going to deal with time travel and be called The Wreckage of Time. Well, Kang is no more. We're not leading to that anymore. This post-credit scene, I think, is going to end up going nowhere. Maybe they can salvage it with the time elements, or maybe actually say that maybe it's Monica Rambeau sending a beacon, but this is before she gets lost in another world. So this is a situation where it's a post-credit scene that is just not necessary anymore because they shifted directions, and now we won't know what happens or what they were trying to do with that. So yeah, pretty bad. Let's move on here. Shang-Chi and the Legend of 10 Rings. Okay, so this is the other post-credit scene where we found out her sister is now the Mandarin and takes over the 10 Rings. Honestly, this feels like something that they would wrap up in a Disney Plus show. This feels like something that leads into a Disney Plus show, and maybe they'll do it, but I'd be fine if they don't. There's other more exciting things I'd rather see done. All right. Okay, another post-credit scene. The Eternals introduced us to Thanos' brother. So crazy that they thought that was a brilliant idea. It happens in the comics. Yeah, I get it. I understand. But is it really necessary to cast Harry Styles and be like, I'm Thanos' brother. I'm not purple. I don't got those lines on my chin. But if you want to know the direction, I can give you one. Hey, that was good, right? I came up with that. And he even has like a little like Hobbit sidekick. We're never seeing this happen. This is not gonna ever be fulfilled. One, because unfortunately people did not connect with the Eternals. I actually like the Eternals. I thought that movie was good, and I thought the way that ended and the Eternals going to other planets to save other Eternals and the possibilities we could have had with other powers and people out there would have been a fun storyline to follow. But like I said, people didn't like the Eternals, didn't make the money they wanted. So with Eternals 2 not even happening, ain't no way we're going to get a wrap up to what Harry Styles as the brother of Thanos was going to lead to. That ain't coming back, buddy. That ain't coming back. Oh, another Eternals post-credit scene that is in like purgatory, because this connects to Blade. This is the only instance of Mahershala Ali's Blade that actually made it to the big screen. In this scene, if you have forgotten, I forget the actor's name, but he comes across this sword that is going to grant him the powers of the Black Knight, a character in the Marvel comics, and apparently he also has a connection to Blade, and that's who was talking to him in this post-credit scene, Mahershala Ali. And I just, again, with Eternals not continuing on, not moving forward, why would these post-credit scenes ever get fulfilled or mean anything? It's just not happening. Kit Harington, thank you guys, Kit Harington. But maybe in Blade's movie he could show up and be a supporting character. But is that Black Knight? Is that really something you want in a Blade movie? We don't even know if Blade will end up happening with all the delays, rewrites, pushes. I'm still waiting for the announcement that they're like, yeah, Blade's just not happening, and then that's gonna suck. So another post-credit scene, I think that not gonna get talked about ever again. Moon Knight. People are still 50-50. I run into people every day that were like, Moon Knight was pretty badass. Moon Knight was a cool Disney Plus show. I was kind of disappointed with Moon Knight. Did it have great ideas? Yes. I thought there was some cool effects. I thought Moon Knight himself was cool. And I even liked the way they kind of changed his powers from the comics to the show, with like him having the split personality and every personality has their own like Moon Knight outfit. I thought that worked. But it was so weird. The whole show, they are hinting at this third personality that we know is part of Moon Knight. And then he shows up, I don't even know, says something in Spanish like, Vaya con Dios, pendejo. I don't even know what he says. He just says something. And Moon Knight Season 2, if it hasn't been announced by now, we are not getting Moon Knight Season 2. If we ever see Moon Knight again, it's going to be in the Midnight Suns movie, which is like, the Avengers for all these dark magical characters, kind of like Ghost Rider, Doctor Strange, Punisher, Blade. But again, Blade is nowhere to be seen. I don't even know what they're doing with Ghost Rider. Dude, this is just, it's depressing how many post-credit scenes we're going through right now that we're like, we're not getting a conclusion to this. This is never getting a payoff. Come on, give us one that'll have a payoff. Okay, you know what? Here we go. Doctor Strange in the multiverse of madness. I think we will get a payoff to this. Will it be a satisfying payoff? We'll have to wait and see, because we still haven't even gotten the payoff of Baron Mordo from the first post-credit scene in the first Doctor Strange. Remember, he's going around killing sorcerers. Originally, it was going to be that in Doctor Strange 2, it would open up with Wanda killing Mordo, because he was like going to Wanda and she's just more powerful. She ends up killing him. And that would have been the conclusion to that post-credit scene. But it didn't end up happening. In fact, they completely ignored it. And instead, we got a Baron Mordo from an alternate universe. So that's one post-credit scene I don't even know if we'll touch upon. But this one, I feel like we have to, because it's literally Doctor Strange, a character who's going to be in Doomsday and Secret Wars, who just jumped into another reality wherever he's going. They got to address this one. This one is going to have a payoff. But like I said, will it be a satisfying payoff to where it's actually a meaningful continuation, or it's a quick 3-second scene that like erases whatever this set up and then they just do whatever they want to do? Because that happens sometimes. But with Doctor Strange's importance in the movies, I think they're going to have to pay this off or address it. So, hey, we got one that we're maybe getting a payoff to. That's nice. That's nice. All right. Thor, Love and Thunder with Hercules and those hairy, pecky chest. Heart. You did it, not me. I don't know if this will be paid off. Chris Hemsworth still seems very eager and happy to play Thor. Recently, his attitude towards Thor and what he should be has changed to where I don't think Taika Waititi would be directing Thor 5, maybe producing. But if Thor 5 happens, it's going to be a new director. And I'd love it to be George Miller, because he worked with him on Furiosa in the Mad Max series. He would probably do great. And Chris Hemsworth talks about bringing a more serious tone. Hercules is a character I love from the Disney movies. I wouldn't mind to see what they do with this, but I think this one has like a 50% chance of getting a payoff, depending if Thor 5 happens. But it's like, we'll see. We'll see. All right. This one for sure has to have a payoff. Ryan Coogler is one of the more competent people who works in the MCU, and I feel like what he does in post-credit scenes or what he sets up will actually have some sort of payoff, or they have some sort of plan for. So this one in Wakanda Forever, where we meet T'Challa's son, beautiful moment, honestly. I remember that's the part of the movie that actually made me tear up and get sad. They're going to pay this off. I think that it'll eventually be in a situation where they probably age him up for Doomsday or Secret Wars, or maybe they bring in an alternate version of this character from the multiverse, you know, when they do Secret Wars and Doomsday, but it'll be a grown-up version that is already Black Panther, and they can cast whatever actor they want. That way, whenever they do the soft reboot and they merge all the worlds, well, you could just bring in the Black Panther from that world and continue on here, as they probably should. So I think, yeah, this is definitely getting a payoff, and I kind of can't wait to see what that payoff will be. So yeah, that one's definitely getting some attention. Do we even have to say it? Do we even this ain't ever being touched upon again. Ain't no one talking about these boys. This was such a weird post-credit scene. Because, again, you put aside the Jonathan Majors controversy, as an actor and what he was bringing to Kang, I thought was interesting, and I was open-minded to what Kang Dynasty could have been with his role. And then this was the first time with Jonathan Majors' performance where I was like, oh, these Kang variants, they a little goofy. They're a little silly. What are we doing here? With them already changing the title for Kang Dynasty, Kang is no longer a threat. We moved on to Robert Downey Jr., Dr. Doom. This ain't getting a payoff. 0% chance this ever gets talked about again. But hey, they were ambitious, and they thought they had a plan. Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Okay. So is this a post-credit? It is a mid-credit scene. Okay, so this is the new team. It is tough to say, because I think a lot of what makes the Guardians special is James Gunn's touch. And well, James Gunn is now over at DC Studios doing a lot of great things, hopefully great things. We'll see what happens when Superman comes out. So it's like, obviously, if they do Guardians 4, which Marvel is in their right to, they don't just have to stop because James Gunn isn't there. It is going to be a situation of like, I wonder how that would even feel or what that would look like. without James Gunn there. I'm open to it, but I can tell you right now, probably James Gunn's brother is dying 5 minutes into Guardians 4. They're like, yeah, your brother let you keep this job for 3 movies. We're killing you 2 minutes in, buddy. So I'd feel bad for that guy. Honestly, what I would rather see is like a prequel with Groot and Rocket's first adventure. I'd rather see something like that. So this could have a payoff, but I don't think it's an immediate thing that needs to happen. It could honestly be a side thing that they mentioned. Heck, in Doomsday or Secret Wars, we could just literally see this team doing adventures and then joining the heroes on Earth. That could be the payoff. So yeah, probably will have a payoff, but I don't know if in the form of a movie or an appearance in the Avenger films. Okay, this one, it has to have a payoff. The movie ends with Peter Quill going to Earth. He's on Earth now, so he's like going to be right there when the incursions start happening and Doomsday and all that stuff on Earth. That's definitely why they set him out there. But also the reason I know this is going to get a payoff is because the movie ends saying Star-Lord will return. Between you and me, I think that makes it pretty obvious we're going to get some sort of payoff to Star-Lord being on Earth. I don't know if it was going to be a Disney Plus show. I doubt that. A solo movie? I think it's just going to be appearance in one of the Avenger movies, and he'll just be right there with the heroes going, hey, something's happening. I'm game. I'm team. I got Guardians on speed dial. Let's do this. So that is probably what will end up happening. Okay, the Marvels. I think this one will have a payoff. It's going to be a little interesting to see how much of a payoff, though, because The Marvels is one of the only Marvel movies that bombed, that actually lost money. Out of their 35 filmography, The Marvels really put them in the red. And in a situation like that, it tells you not a lot of people saw this movie. And this was kind of a giant post-credit scene that sets up other universes, an X-Men universe, and also a character from our timeline that needs to be saved. Perfect situation for what they're doing with Doomsday and Secret Wars and these worlds colliding. But the fact that no one saw this movie or it wasn't as well loved, is Kevin Feige just going to be like, I guess I don't have to pay attention to that? I don't know. I think you have to pay this off. You can't just leave a character in another universe and show us people like the X-Men and be like, I think we're going to ignore that for the next couple movies. No, this is getting a payoff whether we like it or not. And hey, I actually do want to see that payoff, and especially what other X-Men and heroes exist in this specific version of this world. So that's getting a payoff. Echo, what are you talking about? Like, I guess it's getting a payoff because Kingpin is in Daredevil, but nothing that really enhances or continues Echo. I wanted to like Echo. It had its moments, but big disappointment of a show. Big disappointment. Everything wrong with Disney Plus. Okay, that was the end of these post-credit scenes. You know what? There was still like 5 off the top of my head that I'm like, where is that post-credit scene, or where's that ending at? I'm gonna be curious to hear from you guys. Which do you think I'm wrong or right about, or what other loose threads and things happening in the MCU do you think that Marvel needs to wrap up during or before Secret Wars? Love to hear your thoughts. Okay. Wow. I was yapping for a good amount of time. That was a lot of fun. Let's get into answering some of your guys' super chatty chat questions. And hopefully it won't just be you making fun of me for my massage photo. Okay. Oh, yeah, you're right. That's one right there. Scorpion. They still have not even finished Scorpion. Dude, yeah. All right. White Vision. We are getting the Vision series, so they are going to wrap up White Vision. All right. Let's get into these super chats. Pixar's Elio got delayed by 1 week. That's kind of odd. I wonder why they did that. I'm interested in that movie. It's Pixar. You know, I want to see Pixar. But okay, it got delayed 1 week. Maybe they needed it. Gonna see Brave New World tomorrow with the fam. Hey, I hope you like it, man. I know it's kind of scary looking at the Rotten Tomatoes score, and a lot of people like me getting kind of mad at some of the situations with it, but I'm seeing a lot of people who walked out of that movie going, the hate is exaggerated. The movie is fun. So you might be one of them. Last week was the Annie Awards, and The Wild Robot won 9 nominations, including Best Animated Feature. Other winners are Flow, winning 2, and Kingdom of the Apes won Best Character Animation Live Action. Oh, nice. I appreciate you updating us on that. I'm still hoping for Wild Robot at the Oscars. That's kind of like, in the substance. I want the substance to win and stuff like that, but those are like the only movies I really care about this year at the Oscars, man. I'm just excited to see Conan O'Brien because I think he's genuinely funny, and I think he's going to be an entertaining host. It's funny how everyone talked about the MCU ignored the giant celestial Cap 4, but nobody talks about how they also ignored the giant blob that popped out of Dairy Queen during the climax of Guardians 2. Yeah, but I understand though. Didn't that blob like regurgitate back or like I don't know, end up disintegrating once they defeated Peter's dad? I don't know. If Lilo and Stitch doesn't get a full trailer when Snow White comes out, I'm gonna lose it. Dude, that is the perfect time for them to finally put out a full trailer. I put out a TikTok where I was like, y'all realize there's 4 teasers of Lilo and Stitch and none of them are of the movie. And people were like, yeah, because they did that with the original marketing. You don't know what you're talking about. Hey, man, all I'm saying is this movie is like a month and a half away. And we have gotten zip in terms of the actual footage of this film. I want to see what it looks like, man. That's all I'm saying. We'll see with Snow White. Would you rather smash She-Hulk or Tiffany? Dude, She-Hulk every day. I still remember that scene in She-Hulk where she carried that one guy. That should have been me. Me, dang it. But if I'm in a doll body, I guess I'll take Tiffany. All right. The leader and Giancarlo Esposito were wasted. Agreed, buddy. Giancarlo Esposito had been like talking about it at Comic-Cons for so many years that I'm having conversations with Marvel. We're trying to figure out the right role, and he's such a good actor. You're thinking that when he finally gets in the MCU, he's going to be given something worthy of his time. And what they gave him, I just think was not worthy of his time. But hey, he's in the MCU now. Have you watched Pixar's Dream Productions? No. Is that the one where they like do the dreams for Riley? No, I haven't seen it, but it looks interesting. Hi, Chris. Sorry I've not been on the live streams for a while. I've been trying to save money and catch up on sleep. Hey, those are good things, Elliot. You don't worry about it, buddy. When you can, the streams are always here and you can watch them on the channel. If you can't live, I don't blame you. Did you watch the halftime show? I did, and I quite liked it. I didn't watch it while it was live because while it was happening, I was doing my Super Bowl video, trying to pump it out and get it before it was too late in the day. But when I was done with that and it was posted, I went back and rewound my TV and I watched it. I thought I like Kendrick's songs, so obviously I like Kendrick's performance. I thought the choreography was also really nicely done. I like a lot of the imagery with like the American flag and whatnot. I saw people dissecting it and putting things and whatnot, and some people who really didn't like it. I enjoyed it. Mary Kiss F Kill Captain America edition. Okay. Steve Rogers, Sam Wilson, Bucky Barnes, Red Hulk. Also, 3C lore on Valentine's Day. Well, if you want the 3C lore on Valentine's Day, watch the beginning of this live stream because I told you some pretty crazy stuff that happened to me today. All right. I think I'm marrying Steve Rogers. Like, that's just obvious. It's just the most perfect of them all. And who doesn't want to slow dance with that song? Oh, Steve, you're so soft. Good times. I'm going to kill probably the Red Hulk, because who would want to be around that? F Bucky, because that metal arm, what it do though? And I will kiss Sam Wilson respectfully. There we go. I'm super hyped for Jurassic World Rebirth. I loved We Are Going Back to Basics. I love the D-Rex design. I like the mutated dinosaur. Hope there's more horror though. Hey, I agree. And I love the D-Rex design too. I can't wait to see how, if they give us a lot or if they're going to hide them a lot. I wasn't a huge fan of how much of a xenomorph the head looked like, but I'm curious about the rest of it. That definitely does look cool. I've got a couple of questions. What's the overall opinion on it for the public? Do you think it will be a success, both money and people loving it? I think Jurassic Park fans are the only ones debating on whether the movie looks good or not, because there's Jurassic Park fans who don't like the mutated dinosaur angle. They just want real dinosaurs, that existed in a classic story, which I get it, but I like this mutated dinosaur. Doesn't seem so crazy. It's less crazy than having dinosaurs who follow laser beams and then attack when a laser beam is on you. What were we doing, Dominion? But I think the public is probably into it, and it looks good. I think it's gonna do well. I don't know if it'll hit the Billy though, because there was a lot of people disappointed with Dominion, and that kind of effect carries over to the next movie, good or not. Who else in the MCU is worthy to lift Thor's hammer? Ooh, that's a good question. Okay, being honest on who I think would be worthy, I think Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan, I think she would probably be worthy enough to lift Thor's hammer. She seems innocent, nice enough. Trying to think of who else could probably lift Thor's hammer. Not a lot of people, man. Not a lot of people. I know Captain America is already there, and seeing other people. Kate Bishop. Oh man, I like Kate Bishop, but I don't know. Peter. I don't know if Peter would, because he's got that dark side. He's got some of that evil. I mean, look what happened with Aunt May, and what he was trying to do with Green Goblin and trying to kill. Peter's got a little bit of that dark side. And I love Peter Parker. Love him to death. I don't know if he's fully there to be able to lift the hammer just yet. I think Vision doesn't count because he's technically an inanimate person. So I think that's why he always say, oh, T'Challa. That's a good one. T'Challa would probably be worthy. I agree. Nick Fury. Come on now. I like Nick Fury, but that boy does shady stuff. I don't think he can. Bucky is a murderer. I know he was brainwashed, but I think some of that carries over. Some people keep spamming Ned. Yeah, so that's a good one. That's a good question. That's a good question. New Toy Story. What? No, you're lying. But like of the new movie, or of like old Funko Pops? Let me see. Toy Story Funko. Oh, I hate when they do this, man. This pisses me off. This is honestly why I'm just not that big of a collector of Funko Pops anymore. They do these NFT lines where you have to buy digital card packs, and if you get a token, you can redeem it for a physical copy. Dude, just sell the Funko Pop. What's with this NFT? No one does NFT things anymore, man. Every time I make that sound, I sound like the block from the Mario games. Hey Chris, you should check out 3C Discord server. It's much safer than Reddit with all the sus stuff on there, and the meme edits are way better. All right, okay, I'll look into it. And in there, I'm kind of an old man. Discord is so like, what is this? Huh? Okay, yeah. New Minecraft movie trailer. Yeah, I saw it. I like it. I'm still excited for the Minecraft movie. I always said I'm excited because Jared Hess, Nacho Libre, Napoleon Dynamite. The jokes, admittedly, in these trailers are not landing. They're not giving me the haha funnies. But I think the world looks interesting. The adventure could be fun. If the story nails down that emotional element, a lot of people are going to be surprised with that movie. Hey, Chris, how much do I have to donate to see them cheeks? Also, have you ever played Gotham City Imposters? Well, Adrian Mendoza, no amount of money will let that happen, but you could see that massage photo I posted. It's pretty close. And no, I have not played Gotham City Imposters. But you're looking like an imposter right now, little sussy baka. Okay. Thoughts on Invincible 3 and its animation? Okay. I am loving Invincible season. Is it season 3? Wow, I feel like we're already on so many more seasons. But anyways, loving Invincible season 3. The stuff they're doing with Mark and Kid Omni-Man, and the stuff with Cecil. I saw so much debating online where people were like, Cecil is top 2 worst characters in the show. Maybe, I don't know, am I something wrong with me? Because there's times where I'm like, I understand where Cecil is coming from. Yes, he maybe doesn't do things in the best way, but I'm like, I can understand where Cecil's coming from. And Mark, dudes, you're making it hard to be cooperative and trust you. And then, like, your dad literally tried killing the earth. It's like, you see what's happening with your little brother now? He's got to fix this. Good stuff in there. I also like that they do the stuff with Eve and Mark. The animation, though, I am noticing it's not that great, but that's never really bothered me. As if the storyline is good and I'm invested, animation doesn't bother me all that much. It looks good when the fighting goes down, but this time around I'm noticing more like background characters that are just still, things that don't move as much, and it's funny. People were saying, because there's a line in the show where it's like, you could be the good guy or you could be the guy who saves the world, right? Like that's the line that they're coming out with. And so someone said, you could be the show with good animation or you could be the show with celebrity voices. Kind of letting you know where the money ends up going. All right. Just got the Spider-Man PS5, and now I got to replay Spider-Man 1 to remember the story, then play Spider-Man 2 and Platinum. Nice, dude. After that, I'll watch when you played. Oh, dude, you don't have to. I don't know if I'm as entertaining as some of these other video game streamers. I try to do my best. I had a blast whenever I did stream that. I went 7 hours straight playing Spider-Man 2 on here with you guys. Don't know how I pulled that off, but I just love Spider-Man. And yeah, I hope we can get Spider-Man 3 or something. I'm so sad we never got DLCs for Spider-Man 2 because felt like they were setting up a Carnage storyline, maybe a Venom mission, something like that. And no, nada. How would you handle the MCU post Endgame? Oh, dude. Yeah, as someone who complains a lot about things that happen, I still got to give my hats off to Kevin Feige because the fact that he's made it this far and has juggled so many other things, and there's still a decent amount of people on board and excited for what's coming. That's an achievement because I don't know if I'd be able to do that. I've always said I think I'd do a great phase 1. And then from there, it would also go downhill. There's no way I could continue on. But post Endgame, just no Disney Plus shows. That's the biggest mistake they did post Endgame. I get the wanting to do it or whatnot, but that's what really ruined it. Okay, Falcon and Winter Soldier, that should have been Sam Wilson's first Captain America movie because I really like that show on Disney Plus. And I think if you can condense that down to a movie, that would have been a perfect first movie for Sam Wilson instead of what we just got. Still enjoyable, but that's an Incredible Hulk movie with Captain America. That Falcon and Winter Soldier show was a Captain America Sam Wilson story. I don't know. I think within the week, I'll be ready for Venom's 19 inches. Oh, man. Brace yourself. Do you think the Fantastic Four first steps will be better than No Way Home and Deadpool and Wolverine? I'm going to say something that some people might not like, but probably yes. I am not oblivious to the fact that No Way Home and Deadpool and Wolverine very much rides on the coattails of nostalgia, of cameos, of bringing in stuff you remember from the old days. But why does that make it trash? It's still, there was a lot of good heart moments in No Way Home. Deadpool also tried, and I had fun with those movies. I enjoyed them. But yeah, they are pretty messy films. They don't have the best story structure, a lot of plot holes, and they don't feel as polished. I think Fantastic Four might be able to be, as a movie, better. But as entertainment goes, hey, No Way Home, Deadpool, Wolverine, we'll see. We'll see. Some people say narcs in the chat. What does that mean? What happened in the chat? I don't even know. Someone just asked if I'm watching Paddington in Peru. I actually I saw Paddington in Peru, hoping to get that review out to you guys this weekend, along with the monkey. I want to find the monkey popcorn bucket before I do the review, though. All right. Let's see. A battle to the death between the Lord of the Rings Fellowship and the Harry Potter crew. Who takes the crown, and why is it Gandalf? Well, I mean, if we're using the powers within the world, maybe I'm not well versed in Lord of the Rings, but I'm going Harry Potter, the boy who lived. Abracadabra. Shout out LeBron James. Hey, LeBron. Appreciate you watching, buddy. Keep Luka warm. We miss him here in Dallas. That right there, I have no idea what I said. I just saw all last week people freaking out over this Luka guy moving to LA. And I'm looking around going, do you guys see the Fantastic Four trailer? That was cool. That's one of those big one of those big stories that seeps out of their fandom and touches other people not in that fandom. And that Luca Maverick story definitely touched me. I saw Twisted Metal season 2 trailer in front of Captain America 4. Whoa, that's interesting. They're playing streaming service TV series as trailers. Hey, theaters need that business. Theater needs that business. All right. My reaction when Chris cursed in the video. It just kind of came out of nowhere. I'm not gonna lie, but you guys see it whenever because if you see my spoiler review for Captain America: Brave New World, it's the part of the video where I rant about how much I hated the post-credit scene and why it makes no sense. And in moments where I'm getting heated about something I'm passionate about, especially when it came to like the Sony movies, whether Madam Web, Morbius, or Craven, there is this like descending madness that comes over me when I talk about these movies and why they make me mad. And sometimes I can't just hold it in. And so when I'm talking about the illogicalness of that post-credit scene, I just was like, you think I'm stupid, Kevin Feige? That's what you give me? I couldn't hold it in. Pushing 40, by the way. Goddamn, I just turned 30, buddy. Come on now. He said he hulked out. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. All right. Let's do this. All right. Hello, Mr. 3C Films. There's an anime I love called Gurren Lagann. I recommend it. It only has 1 season and 2 movies. They are all peak. Okay, I'm always on the lookout for an anime recommendations because I need to expand my world on that. So right now, I am typing in Gurren Lagann. Good stuff. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. You've been given the impossible task of combining 2 completely different movie franchises into one. What's your mashup and what's the title? Ooh, okay. I like this. Okay, so I'm going with 2 different movie franchises and I'm combining them into one. Okay. Oh, dude, that's a tough one. There's so many movie franchises out there I really like and I really enjoy. I talked about, but I don't want to cop out with this answer, is like when they were promising Time Cut, that slasher movie that was Scream meets Back to the Future. I'm like, literally 2 favorite movie franchises. What a disappointment of a movie. But if not, I'm gonna go with something like, let's see what the chat's saying. Jason on the Titanic. What? They kind of did that with Jason Takes Manhattan. Mortal Kombat and WandaVision. What would that even look like? Just people fighting for their dead children? Hey, there you go. A Mortal Kombat tournament winner gets to have their kids brought back to life or something like that. Someone said, let's see, DC and Marvel, Jurassic Park, and Jaws. They kind of do that with the Mosasaurus though. So, you know, I get my filling in there. Sonic and Back to the Future. That's literally about to be Sonic 4. Sonic 4 is about to be Sonic and Back to the Future. Purge and Saw. Oh, how would you combine? What would that movie be if it's Purge and Saw? Every day, once a year, you can put people in traps. Or, you know, the legal system does it that way. You know, you get out of your life. You know, it's like, okay, it's like this person did this. We put them in a trap. If they get out, they don't go to jail. They don't, they die, and we're done with them. Dread and RoboCop. Yeah, that's not a bad one. A lot of interesting ones that could go on there. I like that. Looney Tunes and Scream. Done. Perfect. Love the idea of that. All right. 3 Cakes. Oh, jeez. Are you enjoying your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man? I think each week the episodes are getting better and better. I am enjoying it. I'll probably do a wrap-up video whenever the show ends. A lot of things I'm enjoying about it. So, for one, I am liking how sinister kind of the relationship between Peter and Norman is in the show, because yes, they're teaming up and Peter is given all this tech and gear and whatnot, but Osborn is clearly manipulating him, and that's, I guess, leading to some interesting stuff. Lonnie, I'm liking his transition into becoming Tombstone. That's good. But I think the thing that surprised me most about these most recent episodes is kind of how mature they were getting. The Scorpion kick the butt out of Spider-Man, dude. Like full on blood and stabs through the chest. I was like, dude, MCU, this animated department is kicking your butt right now. Like they put an actual threatening badass Scorpion on screen. You still can't fulfill that post-credit scene, man. They also effortlessly throw in Uncle Ben when it's necessary without making him sound like Voldemort. Yeah, I love that they do that. I guess the only parts I'm not like completely loving about it, I'm still trying to figure out what they're doing with the Harry and Nico kind of dynamic in there. I'm like, okay, like I just feel like that's also the biggest struggle ever since the Amazing Spider-Man movies, even in the Homecoming or this show. It's like they can't seem to give Peter a dedicated group of friends without, like, I don't know, it just feeling forced sometimes, you know? I don't know. But overall, really, really liking it, the way it's going. I watched Paddington instead of Captain America. Now I wait for the review from 3C Senior Love. Yeah, I saw it too. I have some thoughts on it, and coming in the future. Saw Pad 3 today. I hate it when arachnophobia shows up in movies. Also another reason why movie theaters want ads, because I ate most of my popcorn during ads. Yeah. There is a lot of, there's some spider sequences in Paddington. In fact, at one point, just the face of a spider takes up the whole screen, and I love Spider-Man, dude, but spiders are creepy, dude. The faces of spiders and their hairy little faces and their little hairy fangs. Wow. Get it away. Why did you delete the last stream? I gave money. No, it should still be up. It didn't get, I didn't delete it. If you guys remember in the last stream, we spent a chunk of it watching clips from Brave New World that they released officially, which was a fight scene early on in the movie and then a scene with Harrison Ford on the plane. Now that the movie has been released, Marvel, I guess, puts stuff to prevent piracy. And since I watched full clips of the movie that they did release officially, but are still full clips of the movie, they took down that live stream thinking it was pirating the film and whatnot. So I did a thing where I cut out those scenes, so the live stream should be back up, but I'll double check after this. Have you seen the trailer for Friendship? Yes, and I am excited. I think his name's Tim Robinson, or what? How do what's his name? Let's see, Tim Robinson, is right? Yeah, dude, I think Tim Robinson is so hilarious. I didn't know who this guy was like a year ago, and then ever since I found out, I watched his Netflix sitcom show and all these little skits he's done. Dude is my exact brand of humor. I think he is so hilarious. And yeah, there's this A24 movie with him and Paul Rudd where Paul Rudd plays like a weatherman who moves into the neighborhood and tries to be friends with him, but then something happens where Paul Rudd's like, you know what? I don't think we should be friends. And then Tim Robinson's character ends up getting so obsessed and upset that their friendship is broken that he wants it back. Honestly, looks like a lot of fun. They honestly played the trailer like it was a horror movie, but it's a comedy. Yeah, I want to see it. I think it looks funny. Yeah. Let's see what else we got here. All right. I like how Sam fights more brutal than Steve, since he doesn't have the serum, like how he smashed a cinder block over a guy's head in the beginning. Yeah, you know what? Sam does fight a little bit more brutal. He definitely also doesn't seem to hold back in a way where it looks like maybe if he accidentally kills somebody. But there were times where Steve was pretty brutal too, where he couldn't hold his serum. Like I always laugh in Winter Soldier when he would kick people off the boat. Like you remember Steve Rogers' kicks? Bro would send you 10 feet away. But yeah, Sam Wilson was also very brutal. And I do like his version of fighting style. But some of the hand-to-hand combat, Brave New World. Happy belated birthday. And I had a Valentine's Day dance at my program. Oh, nice. Also, if Zendaya is voicing Felicia, who will voice Fergus and Farkle? I need to turn in my Shrek fan card club, because I did not know that's where the names of Shrek and Fiona's kids. Felicia, Fergus, and Farkle. I can't believe I did not know that. Fergus and Farkle. Well, I mean, if you guys Zendaya, you got to have someone equally as awesome, but I don't know. Maybe they spend all their money getting Zendaya to voice Felicia, and then Fergus and Farkle end up being kind of lower rate celebrities you don't expect, like maybe a Ben Schwartz, right? Because nothing against Ben Schwartz, love the guy, very funny, and they still only pay that guy $500,000 to voice Sonic, which 3 movies in, boy should be getting at least a minimum of $1 million or a couple million to voice Sonic, in my opinion. But anyways, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. So it's Tom Holland and Ned. Yeah, just bring the whole Spider-Man crew. Chris Pratt. Oh God, no, please not. He's too busy voicing Mario. Dude, if Ryan Reynolds ends up being one of those voices, we'll see. We'll see who they end up picking. Johnny Cage needs to be Van Damme in Bloodsport. They'll probably end up doing something like that because I know Van Damme is the inspiration for Johnny Cage in the games. Maybe they'll do like a parody version and call it. I don't. I'm trying to think of like the opposite of Bloodsport. What's a blood? No, I'm not gonna say that. Okay, let's move forward. But yeah, they could do something. Cobra Kai, the only movie show to make me cry. Hey, I was in the feels too. I was smiling and happy tears for the way they ended Cobra Kai. Very well done. They nailed that ending. What other Nintendo properties besides Zelda have the live action treatment? Oh yeah, Zelda is getting live action. I was about to say, I think they're only doing animated from now on. But if not that, Metroid live action would be awesome. That I think that would work really well. I'm trying to think of like other Nintendo properties I would actually want to see. Does Mega Man count, or is he like Sega or something? I don't know what Mega Man is now. But yeah, Metroid would be the best one. Kirby live action might be a little scary. Donkey Kong live action is just Planet of the Apes, buddy. Yeah. So we'll see. I had a look at the Sonic 3 box office, and it has made $472 million, which is somewhat better from before, but not $500 million. What you think? It's still good enough to earn its sequel, but like I said, if we don't eventually cross that mark or get to like the $600 million mark, with the way these movies get more expensive and more CGI characters, those rumors about the 4th movie maybe being the end could be true, or maybe they'll end it on the 5th movie. I don't know if we'll get a full another trilogy. I'd love it though. Tanner Buchanan and Mary Mouser got engaged. Oh, yes, Robbie and Sam from Cobra Kai. I had no idea they was dating, and that cast in Cobra Kai be jumping around partners, man, because isn't Hawk dating, I forget the name of the girl, but he's dating the girl that Robbie dates in Cobra Kai, and that's cool how that just ends up working. Hey, happy for them. They looked happy on the red carpet, so good for them. Did you know McKenna Grace, Olivia Holt, and Samara Weaving going to be in the new horror movies More Horror in 2026? Did you see Hard Eyes more than once? I only saw Hard Eyes once. I still really enjoyed it. I thought it was a fun slasher. I didn't see that McKenna Grace was going to be in another one. I know the Scream 7. Olivia Holt, I don't know which one, but the Samara Weaving one, I did see the trailer for that, where it has Jack Nicholson's son, and she's going to play a celebrity, who's dealing with a stalker that comes into her house, and the whole movie's, I guess, just her versus the stalker. I like Samara Weaving, so I'm going to check it out. Shakira She-Wolf. Oh, I remember. She's a she-wolf in your closet. Let her out so it can breathe. If you've seen that music video, I was pretty spot on and accurate with that. There you go. An opinion on Predator Badlands. Oh, any opinion? Oh, well, at first I was pretty like hesitant with it because I thought the plot sounded meh. With it was like about twin sisters who enter the world for the first time and are gonna fight a predator, and I'm like, okay, and maybe it'll be in the future or just set in present time. I'm like, whatever. But then when I found out that it would be told from the perspective of the predator, you got my money, and now I can't wait to see it. So we'll see how that turns out. How would you feel about Sam getting a bird variant of the super soldier serum, making him more comic accurate and formidable for future threats? I don't know. At this point, it is just within Sam's character to not take that serum. I think once he gets that serum, as weird as it sounds, it ruins a lot of what makes him special. And I do kind of like that, where like they mentioned in the movie, they say instead of I forget how they phrase it, but they basically say, well, Steve Rogers, gave out hope to the world. Sam inspires the everyday person, because it's like, you're just a regular dude and you're doing all this. That inspires me to be a better person. While when it was Steve Rogers, Captain America, it's like, yeah, he's awesome, but that dude's got superpowers. I don't got superpowers, so I'm robbing a bank. Probably flawed logic, but that kind of ideas that they threw in there, I like it. So part of me just don't give him the serum. Just don't give him serum. He's fine without it. I'm a man without it. I watch SpongeBob Valentine's episode every year. I don't remember what the SpongeBob Valentine's Day episode is. When did that release? What year was that one? Because there's a certain period where I had my SpongeBob, and then I grew up and it became other people's SpongeBob. Basically all of SpongeBob, maybe like 2 seasons after the first movie, and everything before that, that was my SpongeBob. But then after that, it became your SpongeBob. I'm driving from New York to Pennsylvania. You're what's helping me. Hey, man, drive safe, Brandon. I appreciate you. I'm glad I could be there for you. Don't forget to stop by a gas station and get you them yummy snacks. That's what makes a road trip worth it. That's what makes a road trip worth it. Someone said like episode 6. Really? I have I got to look up the SpongeBob episode. I have no recollection of it. Okay. SpongeBob Valentine episode. What happens in it? I gotta re-jog my memory. Oh, okay. I remember wanting to bite that chocolate heart. Okay, I do remember. It's one of those episodes that they didn't rerun a lot, though. It's like vague memories in my mind, but I do remember as a kid looking at that chocolate heart and going, "Daddy, can we get chocolate? I'm in the mood for it." Okay, yeah. I completely forgot about that. And like Patrick is like deathly scared of that heart. All right. Do you know that Farquaad was parodying Michael Eisner? Also, favorite Valentine's special. Mine's is from SpongeBob, Pepper Ann, and Ed and Eddie. I do like Ed and Eddie. In fact, they came out with Ed and Eddie Funko Pops, and I haven't bought a Funko Pop in a while. And I was like, kind of need those Ed and Eddie Funko Pops because I love Ed and Eddie. I did not know that Farquaad was a parody of Michael Eisner. As far as favorite Valentine's specials go, that Ed and Eddie one is probably up there. I'm trying to think of any other ones. It's not a lot come to mind, man. They don't be playing them that often. But that's a good one. Thank you. Did I do it? Did I whistle it good? I loved Ed and Eddie. Hey, Chris, what do you think about David Howard Thornton playing Freddy Krueger? I wouldn't mind it. I do just think, in a weird way, Art the Clown is becoming Freddy Krueger, just silent. So wouldn't be that much different. I'm still kind of just wanting an unknown and somebody who can bring something new to Freddy Krueger. I hope we get some new Freddy Krueger someday, man, because I miss that guy. I miss him a lot. Mia Goth got casted in The Odyssey. Yeah, Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. Awesome that they added Mia Goth. Rumor is she might be playing a siren. Perfect. Siren and mermaids, evil mermaids. Hey, I'd fall for her. I'd fall for her. Any news on the Child's Play reboot? Nothing concrete. I did see some rumors floating around that, and again, these are rumors, and I didn't bring them up for a reason because I didn't know how truthful they were. But I saw a rumor floating around online that they were considering doing web episodes to tie up some loose ends in the Chucky world, and then they jump into the movie. And I'm like, what are we doing? Like, I love and I have such admiration for the fact that we've kept the continuity the same since the first Chucky movie to what it is now, but it has gotten so convoluted, messy, and wacky and silly that it's like, maybe it's just time to reboot. Maybe it's just time to reboot Chucky. I don't know. I'm surprised Universal hasn't done it without like Don's permission. Honestly, that's pretty great that Universal just keeps letting him do what he wants with it. Because a lot of studios, would just be like, hey, man, we're rebooting this thing. Hey, Chris, happy Valentine's Day. Quick question. If you were to be in Tom's shoes from the Sonic movies, which of the characters would you hang out with and why? Okay. I think I'd hang out with either Tails, because look, Sonic is fun, but he is mischievous, and I feel like I would get in trouble around Sonic. Knuckles, he's the type of character that will accidentally hurt you. You saw what he did to Agent Stone when he shook his hand, right? It's the goat milker. You know, so I don't want to get hurt, and I don't want to get into mischief. Tails, on the other hand, I think is a very safe character. I think I could also learn something. I could ask him for a gadget or two, and he'll probably be able to make it. And if we're bored, I grab his legs, and then we go for a little fun joyride. So that would be cool to hang out with Tails. Also, the Wade Whipple boy. Hey, Wade Whipple is probably a pretty fun dude. I'd hang out with Wade Whipple. So I'm going with Tails or Wade Whipple. Those are my picks. All right. They'll use AI to speed up the VFX process. Yeah, that's probably coming. That is probably coming. But, and I guess it's also a thing where right now it sucks and AI doesn't look good in terms of VFX. I know people still bust out videos online every day of like, look what AI created. And I'm like, that looks like crap. But again, it's only going to look worse today, and it gets better tomorrow. Better, to where it's just scary good, and all of human art is gone. And that's just going to be a sad world to live in. For years, I've been saying these Avenger movies should be delayed. Hey, man, you're right. With how quickly they're making all these, you're right. 3C Film Squad. 3C Film, Squid Game Season 2, The Boat Guy Work Lead. Yes, I understood what you were saying there. I like season 2. I can't wait for season 3. Any updates on Daredevil Born Again? Apparently, they're beginning filming season 2. That's kind of crazy. So we haven't gotten season 1. We don't know what's going down, but season 2 is underway and beginning filming. So, all right, we won't have to wait long, I guess, in between seasons. Somebody better call Google Maps. Can't forget about that. Have you checked Invincible Season 3? It's peak. I have, and I agree. It is very peak. I'm very much enjoying Season 3 of Invincible. Can we get Cobra Kai spoiler on main? Maybe not on main, on the clips there, but I feel like if you watched it, you know what I'm implying in terms of that, and there wouldn't be much more to expand on from the review I just gave. But, hey, I liked it. I thought they nailed it. A mad scientist forces you to merge 2 bad movies into one even worse cinematic abomination. What's your Frankenstein film? So is the goal to make an even more terrible movie, or to try and salvage 2 bad movies into a good one? I think the latter would be a better challenge. But just to make 2 awful movies, what, just Jeepers Creepers 4 and Morbius? Or Jeepers Creepers 4 and Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey. Just call it Jeepers Creepers, Winnie. You got my honey. 4. Now in theaters. Just there you go. Gave you a $0 idea. Do you think Rob should get a navy and gray suit in part 2? It would reflect his new beacon of hope outlook on heroism in Gotham and character development. I'm sick of people saying it wouldn't be grounded. I love the idea of the gray, like the navy, the blue and gray suit for Batman. I just don't know if it works for the Robert Pattinson universe. I think they're going to save that colorful Batman costume for the DCU version, if there is a DCU version and there is a separate entity, which there probably will be. But I don't know. We'll see. For me, I kind of like the really dark look and the way they're going with that version of Batman. 3C Films, just to let you know, Part 3 of Cobra Kai Season 6 is out now, and the show has ended in a good way. When are you going to do a spoiler review? Gave you a review earlier, buddy. I'll post it on the Clips channel for you to see. I liked Brave New World, but I hope if we get Cap 5, it's as good as a Steve Rogers movie. Sad to say, but there's a real part of me that thinks I don't know if we'll ever get a Captain America 5 with Sam Wilson. As much as I would love it and I'd be down to see what they do, I just don't know if he's gonna get his trilogy, man. With the reception so far critically, we'll see what the box office holds, but I really don't know. And that's me, someone who wants him to have a trilogy. Hey 3C, I am a brand new author and a publisher on Amazon. Would you take a 3C live look Darkborn Afterlife Genesis? Huge fan. Red lights. I'll look at it on my spare time, buddy, but I just don't know about doing it on stream. Like, you want me to read chapters here? I don't read, fool. I get Apple to read to me. I say, Siri, what that say? Thank you, Siri. That's how I do that. Hey, Chris, where do you see Hollywood in 5 years? AI everywhere. It's already beginning, and it's just everywhere, and it's gonna end up. I mean, within the next 5 years, probably not even kidding. First full AI movie that goes to theaters, something like that. It's just gonna end up happening, and it's gonna suck, man. But we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. Why are Stunner fans so toxic? They need to move on. I mean, every fandom has their toxic fans. Some are just louder than others. Honestly, I don't even hear much from Snyder fans unless I guess Superman stuff comes out. But even then, I have enough. I can distinguish now what's a real criticism of a movie and what's someone just mad that their fandom is gone, you know? 3C Films, I think Sonic 5 should be the final movie. That could end up happening if we don't get the whole new trilogy. 5 would be a nice number to end on. Can you give us a review of the finale of Cobra Kai? I did earlier, and you can see it on the Clips channel, or I'll have timestamps to where you can listen to that. Senor 3C, give the chat some love for us, please. Chat, I love you. Without you, these live streams would be nothing. You are fabulous. You are wonderful. And you deserve to be loved. And that's why I love you, chat. Captain America, Brave New World, spoiler stream when? Unfortunately, won't be doing a spoiler stream for that because on Sunday, I leave to be out of town for a few days. So the channel might actually look a little dry for a couple of days. Obviously, if there's an emergency big piece of news or there's enough little big pieces of news, I'll quickly try and do like a side flick on vacation for you because, hey, I love to do that for you. But it might be silent on the channel beginning on Sunday because I'll be out of town. Mike, send some love. Thank you, Mike. Hey, Chris, what is your opinion on Cars 4? Also, did you see How to Train Your Dragon second trailer? Is there a Cars 4? Did I miss Cars 4 happening? I think there's only 3 cars, but I think Cars 4 is going to happen because Disney and Pixar apparently sell buckets and buckets of Cars toys that make making the movies so worth it. So Cars 4 is down the pipeline somewhere. And the new How to Train Your Dragon trailer, fantastic. I love it. Again, I think it looks great and really good. I'm still curious how Universal is going to differentiate themselves from live action remakes as opposed to what Disney does. But there have been some conflicting reports because I remember the director of the movie said, we're not going to be exactly like the animated movie. We're going to do our own thing and whatnot. And I was like, okay, that's exciting. But then we had the guy who plays Hiccup in the movie come out and say, they didn't even change the script from the original movie. So it's still like you like it. And I'm like, okay, so what is it? We doing our own thing or we kept the script basically the same? You know, guess we'll find out. All right, Chris, do you think Saw 11 is still happening this year? Unfortunately, no. We're about to be in March, and I know Saw movies usually only take like a couple of weeks to film, but it does not look like they are any closer to starting filming, and I think March is the deadline. March was like the month where if they didn't start cameras rolling, you're not meeting a fall release date. So, unfortunately, unless something big happens, no Saw 11 this year, guys. And that sucks because I was like, dude, we were finally on a roll. Why does this always happen to the franchise? I'm surprised that they didn't do a second trailer for Happy Gilmore 2 for Super Bowl. I mean, Kelsey is part of it. Yeah, that's a really strange, Netflix used to do Super Bowl ads and things like that, but Netflix, even though they got all that money, they're like, I ain't giving you that Super Bowl money. I ain't doing that. So Netflix has been skipping out the past couple of years. They don't want to spend that money. They're like, we big enough. What's the worst superhero movie you've ever seen? Ooh, it is either Madam Web. I had problems with Craven. It's probably Madam Web. I wasn't a big fan of Jonah Hex either. I remember when that came out and I was like, Jonah Hex. Yeah, but it's probably Madam Web or Jonah Hex. Post-credit scene for Thor 2 with the Frost Beast not on list. Oh my gosh, I completely forgot about that. That's no reason to even tie that up, I think. Why you cheating on the Wolvussy? I'm snitching. Hey, don't you tell the Wolvussy. The Wolvussy don't gotta know. Wolvussy on a girl's trip right now. Will Wolvussy know? Don't hurt her. What you think of Weekend Hurry Up tomorrow trailer? It looks interesting. I'm curious to see it. Jen Ortega's in it. Weekend's in it. Could be good. I don't have high hopes though. What's your thoughts on the Monkey and Sinners trailers? Well, I have seen the Monkey, so I got a lot of thoughts on that movie. But like I said, kind of want tomorrow. I'm gonna go out and try to find a popcorn bucket so I can have it for the movie review. But if not, I guess I'll just have to end up doing the review because, like I said, tomorrow is the last day. I'm making a couple of videos for you guys before I go out of town. But the Sinners trailer, love it. That latest trailer gave away way too much about the movie, but I'm still very excited for that film. Kang is returning to the MCU. There's always reports and rumors about that. I don't know. Also, tell us about Invincible Season 3. Well, 4-8, Jose. It's good. In fact, some will say it's peak. Is good. Don't hate me, but I actually like Brave New World much better than Quantumania. I actually agree. I like Brave New World better than Quantumania. And the Marvels. Yeah, I guess I do like it better than Marvels. And beyond, oh yeah, way beyond Love and Thunder. Love and Thunder is still my least favorite MCU movie out of all of them. Deserve better, did not, and beyond Love and Thunder, Thor deserves better, did not like that movie. Yeah, I agree. And we'll see if Thor 5 happens. But hey, I'm glad you liked, like I said, it was enjoyable, but there were a lot of things that like held me back from truly loving this movie, and I feel like Sam Wilson does still deserve a better movie than that. You don't love Peter, Chris. You love his suffering. Oh, you talking about Peter Parker? Yeah. I need to see that boy cry. I need to see him be destroyed and bullied, because only then is he a real Spider-Man, because he'll be depressed like us. You can't be happy, Spider-Man, if I'm not happy. Chris, happy Valentine's Day. Quick question. If you were in Tom's shoes from... Oh, yeah. Well, I just answered that. And Tails and Wade Whipple, buddy. What vibe do what vibe do you project the DCU Batman movie will have? Personally, I have something like the Arkham games. Goofy but gritty. That's probably a good way to put it. Goofy and gritty like the Arkham games would be good. I would like a serious version. I know this is going to sound awful. People not like it. Basically a serious version of the Joel Schumacher Batman. I know that was a time where everybody hated and like pooped on Joel Schumacher's version of Batman. Maturing is realizing he was trying to do something there. He was trying to make a stylized comic book. He was trying to bring the Adam West and Tim Burton Batman into one. Didn't fully succeed, but I think there is a formula in there where you have the wacky, ungrounded Batman, and you could have some fun with that universe. So almost kind of what Batman Forever was, because that one was more serious than Batman and Robin, but a little bit more on the serious side. I don't know. I just kind of like the visuals of Joel Schumacher's Gotham and world. Tim Burton's was definitely better, but if we're gonna embrace the comic book side and get a little bit more zany with it, I wouldn't mind that. And the Arkham, that's probably a good way to put it. The goofy and gritty. If you had the ability to revive any canceled movie, show, games with any actor, creator, and director with unlimited money, what would it be? Illy, right back, buddy. Any canceled movie or show or games. Canceled movies. I mean, Coyote vs. Acme. I'm still so mad I'm not gonna see that movie. I think it was gonna be really nice. As far as Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire, just would have been nice to see that done and what that would have happened. Another Robin Williams movie, just because those bring me so much comfort. I don't even know what, but it could have been anything. Um, yeah, Spectacular Spider-Man, that's definitely one. Spectacular Spider-Man, that's a good one. That's a good one. The Justice League movie by George Miller, just to have that, who knows what trajectory that could have changed in the world. They could have spawned off their own cinematic universe from that movie, probably. Yeah, good stuff. I wonder if the chameleon in Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man is also any of the other characters. Oh, that's an interesting. That's I like that idea. We'll see though. I would, the chameleon was wasted in Craven the Hunter, and it'd be a really cool character. I love the Spectacular Spider-Man episodes with Chameleon and how he tries to mimic Spider-Man powers. Good stuff. Would be nice to see that done live action. I disagree heavily with people hating on Captain America: Brave New World. While obviously it's not a better than Deadpool, Wolverine, Guardians 3, No Way Home, or Wakanda Forever, it's still one of the better MCU movies since Endgame. I don't disagree with you, man. I could totally see why you enjoy it. I don't think it. I definitely, because I know, like, if you put it up against all the Rotten Tomatoes scores, it would technically be the third worst Marvel project. No, it is not the third worst Marvel project. It is not that bad. I think it is enjoyable, but I would hope that more Marvel movies stride for amazing over decent. Day the Earth Blew Up trailer is out now. I've seen the trailer. Trailer's peak. Trailer's good. I like trailer. Can't wait for movie. I think the issue is people hate on Marvel movies because it's more popular and edgy thing to do, or they expect endgame caliber films. MCU movies still blow DC movies out of the water. I like the Birdman's review. I gotta look up this Birdman's. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely sky high expectations when we hit the peak, and we hope every Marvel movie could just give us that huge dopamine charge. It's not just gonna happen, but I also I just think we just can't consistently keep having decent or okay movie, because then it just makes a lot of people lose interest. But we'll see what happens when DC starts churning out their stuff, man. Missed P3 last Saturday, so I can only pick up my Spider-Man PS5, but got to see the Monkey Wednesday. It was bloody fun time. That Dead Meat video gonna be cool fun. Yeah, James is gonna have a good time with that. I'm glad he had fun with it. I definitely had fun, but I got other things to say about it too. Skeeter sends in some skeet, $1.99. Appreciate you. Overall, I thought Captain America 4 was a good movie. Not great, but solid. It reminds me a lot of Winter Soldier. Hate that people are hating on Mackie being Cap for reasons outside of his performance. Yeah, I mean, those people are always gonna suck that they just can't focus on the characters and come up with genuine criticism. But I really do appreciate them trying to emulate the Winter Soldier vibes. I don't know if they fully succeeded, but there were for sure times in the movie where I'm like, yeah, this feels Winter Soldier-esque. Blumhouse better not mess up Megan 2.0. You never know. If anything, they're just gonna mess it up by revealing a trailer that has the whole movie and all its best surprises in one, right? All right. MCU Red Hulk versus O3 Hulk, or OA Hulk, or MCU Hulk. Oh, this is a good question, Skeeter. I like the way you're skeeting. Okay, so let's just get the loser out of the way. I'm going O3 Hulk is the loser. But that is dependent on whether MCU Hulk is Infinity War Hulk or Smart Hulk. Because if it's Smart Hulk, we're going at the bottom. He's going at the bottom. I don't care if he's smart. That guy couldn't even manage his cousin on an island, right? Like that fight didn't go well. I know he was holding back and all that stuff, but still. Okay, when you're smart and you're not thinking like an animal and fighting, you're hesitating. Hesitation gets you killed. That's why Smart Hulk would end up doing. So I'll go MCU Hulk because it's Smart Hulk. Then I'll go O3 Hulk. Then I think I'm going Red Hulk just because of his weakness with blades and whatnot. I feel like the O8 Hulk is a really good mix of a savage, brutal Hulk, but also has that enough emotional and intelligence in there to figure that out during the fight when he's fighting Red Hulk. So yeah. Oh, people saying O3 Hulk claps. Hey, maybe I need to rewatch that movie, but at the end of the day, almost every version of this Hulk loses to the U.S. military. So, how's that for your power scale? Okay. Looking like el fin de semana. Well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Who would be the scariest horror character to run into besides Art? Oh, besides Art? Probably, I don't know, man. It depends, because there's, I want to say sometimes Michael Myers, especially the Blumhouse version, because sometimes that guy wanted to see you suffer. Let's not forget the boyfriend death in Halloween Kills and the way he just got ravaged apart. Or was it Halloween Ends? I'm pretty sure it was Halloween Kills. Dude, that death was crazy. Sometimes Michael Myers makes you suffer. All right. So yeah, don't want that. But sometimes he just gives you a quick death, So it's like, see, it could be fast or not. Same thing with Jason. Jason could make it hurt, or Jason could just make it quick. Leatherface is somebody I probably don't want to run into, because he's gonna eat me, and he might remove my face and wear it. He could log into my phone and use my Face ID. That's scary. You know what? That's the answer. Pinhead. Pinhead is the answer. John Kramer's probably good too. Jigsaw. Pinhead or Jigsaw is gonna make you suffer. So those are the best two answers. How cool would it be if a theater had its own drive-through car wash attached to it, and you would get a free wash if you showed them your movie ticket after your showing? Only be free for that reason. Jaden Voss, man. Hey, we're definitely on to something, but I think you might be on something. You know what I'm saying? That's a cool idea. That's not bad. I just feel like I don't know if that's going to be the boom to get the industry going, but it's a great start, and I like where your mind's at, man. Sarasa sends in some support. Thank you so much. I saw Cap 4 twice. I really loved it. Hey, I'm glad people are coming out, walking out, liking that movie, because like I said, it is enjoyable. It is enjoyable. Discussing Films revealed some plot details for the Clayface, and it sounds a lot like The Substance. Yeah, I saw that too. I didn't know whether to make it a topic on the live stream, but it looks like the Clayface movie is gonna be The Substance, but like for a guy version. It looks like it's gonna be about an actor who injects himself with stuff, and then it's horrific things happen with Clayface. I don't want to hate on James Gunn, and I get it, because it's also Mike Flanagan wrote the script, so it's probably a really good movie. But why are we doing these random projects before some of these bigger characters come in, man? I don't know. Just a nitpicky fan is all I am. Please, please, please watch I'm No Longer Here. Is that the movie? A movie, I'm No Longer Here? I'll write it down. I'll put it on the list, like Steve Rogers would say. Will you do a review video for Win or Lose? Probably not. I still have to make time to watch it. Has that come out yet? If I watch it and it's like spectacular, then yeah, I have to, because I'll feel compelled to talk about it. But I think that's just something I'll watch on my leisure time. My birthday's on Sunday. Can I get a cringe wishes? Well, happy birthday, Christopher Wells. I hope you have a toot-nanny fun time of a birthday. There's your cringe wishes. Would you think the Russos would have done a better job on Sam's whole arc if continuing directing the film? Big fan of Falcon with Joaquin. Def top 1 film. Honestly, maybe. Dude, like, it's so funny how there's a group of people that hate the Russo brothers, because outside of the MCU, they've made some mediocre projects, not gonna lie. Although I've liked some of them. That Ryan Gosling, Chris Evans movie, The Gray Man, I thought that was good. I liked that movie. But the other ones not that great. And that robot movie with what's her name? Millie Bobby Brown. I just don't think that looks good. But I'll check it out. But it's like, it's undeniable. Like what they did in Winter Soldier, what they did in Civil War, what they did in Infinity War, what they did in Endgame. Back to back to back bangers and really well fleshed out stuff. Granted, they are responsible for a lot of things wrong with the Hulk, but that's their one sin. Would have been really nice to see what they would have done with a Sam Wilson Captain America movie. I heard Daredevil Born Again will have a 2-episode premiere. Also, I love the chemistry and flying montage of Mark and Eve, by the way. Yeah, I like that too. That's awesome. That's probably really smart. I like when there's multiple episode premieres, and I think Marvel is finding maybe some success with that, especially with your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. My entire extended family tragically passed away from Ligma. Can I get 5 big booms? Ligma, okay. Boom, 5 big goons. I read boom. I'm supposed to goon on screen? Nah, I hope they die again. The clip of Red Hulk's feet getting revealed through his shoes, making me act up. Why are these the final super chats of the night, man? For free? What happened to your editor for the Knuckles video? Reed, hey, Reed's a great guy, and he does a lot of great work. The problem is your boy. Your boy does videos so last minute, so at the end of the day. I have ADHD, so I'm a big procrastinator, and it's just kind of hard to be like, hey, I need this video up in 3 hours. He's like, I'm at a family event. I'm like, hey man, you got to get that done now. No, I never put him pressure on like that, but it's just my fault because you see news drops randomly, things happen at a random time, but I still am in contact with Reed, and whenever I have videos that don't need a huge rush on them, but I want to get them out, I contact him because he does great work. Chris, love your reviews. Do you plan on reviewing Presents one of them days, Den of Thieves 2, A Real Pain, Juror Number 2, or Better Man? All great movies. Okay, I have seen Juror Number 2. I liked it, but I wasn't a huge fan of the ending or everything that led up to, but I did like it. I did like it. Still have not seen Better Man. Honestly, it was only Juror Number 2 on this list that I've seen. Probably won't be reviewing a lot of these. I really wanted to with Presents, but that one slipped away from me. The problem just sometimes is the algorithm, man. There used to be a time where it was smart to review every big release coming out, but nowadays people just aren't interested in every single movie. Sometimes just the bigger movies or the niche movies within a community. And then again, if I'm just pumping out reviews like that all those movies came out within like a week and a half, and those would have all consistently have gotten pretty poor reviews. YouTube then punishes your channel and doesn't send out your videos as much. So I have to pick and choose sometimes, but hey, great stuff, and that's why I need to be more consistent on my letterbox when I get to watching those. Win or Lose comes out on Wednesday. Appreciate you letting me know that, buddy. Appreciate you letting me know that. Somebody better goon Google Maps. We have now hit the final super chat. It is over. It is fun. It was a wonderful Valentine's Day getting to spend it with you. I have been 3C, Senior Love. And today was a magical, beautiful time. We spent it together. Oh, I cannot wait to see your guys' beautiful faces again. I love you all. Y'all are fantastic. Have a good weekend. Enjoy yourself. Look out for the other contents I have coming out. And, well, y'all are the best. Y'all are the best. Good night, y'all. Good night, y'all.